Drew, you killed this shit.
What's up, everybody? We back once again in your ear. Four Corners Wrestling. Got my boys with me. What's up, Quabo? What's up, Quib?
Quabo. What it do, soul man? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm good, baby. I'm good, man. Looking good, feeling fine, baby. Ready to get it in, man. How about you?
Oh, I just got an anonymous message from our general manager.
Ding.
This one's gonna be a good one. This is
Yes,
gonna be a must
sir.
watch. I love it.
Okay. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know who we got with us, man. We got our other brother from another mother, Moti, man. We don't know who gonna show up today. He over there, Hollywood. Hollywood, what's happening, bro?
Oh, you talking to me? Yeah, I'm here, man. You know what's up, man. I'm here, man. Listen, I'm blessed, not stressed. You know what I'm saying? Getting the weight down. I lost 3 pounds, y'all. That's not a lot. That's not a lot to a lot of people, but it's a lot to me. You know, I'm
It's
feeling
still
good.
something. It's still something, bro.
It's still something.
Better than that. Look, you ain't gained nothing.
Listen, man.
Exactly.
Jared fucked it up. I was on the $5 foot long diet for a minute, but then he fucked it up and went to jail. They haven't had $5 foot long since. So I blame my weight gain on Jared from Subway. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
I would
you,
too. I want my
Jared from Subway.
$5 back, damn it.
Fuck you too. F you too. All right. And guess what, y'all? We got a special guest with us today. That's right. All the way from the bWo. We done called him out. He done showed up to represent the head man in charge. HNIC, I guess. Bonez. What's up, baby? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm gonna have to redo that introduction. It's pretty weak. So coming straight from the bWo, aka Vice President Big Dick Cheney, the EST of the Elbow Drop Podcast. Find us everywhere you find podcasts, because I'm the smartest, the loudest, the thinnest, and the niggerest. Beast mode, the human cheat code, Bonez. Thank y'all for having me on 3 Count Podcast.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh,
He done came in for him, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. My man done cut his own promo and threw a shout out there. Oh man,
And called
Apollo Priest
and named us a new podcast.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
What's the name?
Like,
got rid of the whole other
like
quarter we
Apollo
had over
said
there.
in Rocky, ding ding.
What's the name of it?
No time.
4 Corners of Wrestling, baby. On the
Sorry, y'all know.
613. Hey, it's wrestling. Have you ever seen the wrestling in 3 rings? Nah, man. 4 corners in that ring, baby.
He already trying to start shit. See, I'm trying to chill. He already started. Okay, I love it.
Hey, you know me, baby. You know me. I'm gonna keep it civilized. You know what I'm saying? The ref gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going as only we can here on the 613 Faye production on YouTube, baby. Let's get it cracking. So you know how we do, man. We about to get into it. Old school review. It's Royal Rumble season. We got one for you. Royal Rumble 2006. This joint is rated S for sexual content. Boy, Edge all up in this thing, y'all. Let's get it cracking. We out there in Miami, Florida. MIA, baby. Let's get it. Beautiful weather, beautiful women. We got Joey Styles on commentary. He out there with Jerry Lawler. They for Raw, Michael Cole and Taz doing it for SmackDown. We get a nice little package. Mark Henry, Kurt Angle rocking it all. Then we get another package. Royal Rumble, you seeing everybody involved. Then you seeing Edge, the rated R superstar, man. He was just doing all kind of nasty tricky stuff out there with Lita. John Cena package, because they going down for the belt, getting it in. Going around the room. Spanish announce table in the building. My man Bobby Table. Is Bobby gonna get broke today? We shall find out. And we started off with the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. At this point in time, it was held by Kid Cash. I don't know if any of y'all remember Kid Cash, but yeah, Kid Cash. And in this match, we had Funaki, SmackDown, #1. Jamie Noble, Nunzio, Paul London, and Gregory Helms. We're gonna go around, you know how we do here in Four Corners of Wrestling. Fellas, let's talk about it. Hollywood, what you think about this opening pay-per-view, or as they call it now, premium live events? What you think about this thing starting off, man? Michael Cole live, man, talking about some standing room only, man. What you think about this segment?
Well, this is the 19th Royal Rumble, man. And as we've been saying the last couple of weeks, these video packages, man, are fucking amazing, dog. Whoever WWE had doing these video packages back in the day, they need to hire that dude back. They probably let him go recently or something that we just ain't probably know his name. But whoever did these video packages, man, I swear, man. And then the little creepy, the road begins now. Like, just the little things, man. But the set looks amazing. We need to get, you know what? We as fans, we need to force WWE to bring that. They always talk about they do stuff for the fans. We need to force them to bring back individual sets for the pay-per-views, because a lot of the sets back in the day, man, they were so great, and they added to the match. Like, no, I don't want to see somebody jumping off a big LED board. Like, man, but I would like to see somebody jumping off a castle. That's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we hear Cole first. You know, he comes in, he says what he got to say. This was a Texas Tornado match. So this is before they stopped. This is like still kind of old schoolish, when they still kind of tell us, you know, like Texas Tornado and different types of matches like that. Or what was it? What was one of the matches back then called? It wasn't a street fight, but it was something called, you know, we watched it on WCW, but I don't know what, because he came and fucked my head up. I ain't gonna lie, people. He came and fucked my head. Bones came and fucked my head up. I didn't think he would come at us the way he did, but I got my notes. And yeah, man, who the hell is Kid Cash? I forgot about pretty much everybody in this match except Jamie Noble, Paul London, and Gregory Helms. Hurricane, and y'all know how I feel about Hurricane. Hurricane is one of the dopest. Paul London had the mask, you know, he came out. I was like, Hurricane, oh shit, Hurricane, hell yeah. I kept calling him Hurricane. The match started pretty quickly. It started off with a good pace, quick pace, couple of quick roll-ups, and then they all ganged up on Hurricane Helms. And at this point,
so he's out there looking like a heavyweight.
You just took the words out my damn mouth. Bro, at this point, he wasn't a heavyweight, bro. He was on that juice. Sorry, Hurricane. But you was on that bowco, bro. This was back then when Bama was getting caught with the bowco. Hurricane, Vince slipped you some bowco, bro, because you was big. You was huge. But what I said in my notes, man, Kid Cash is pretty good. He was, for me not to know who the hell he was pretty good, bro. He did some solid work in that ring. This is also the Rumble that Taz made his debut at. Well, not this Rumble, but Taz made his debut at the Royal Rumble. So that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty cool fact. The shooting star press off the top rope, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. And the swinging neck breaker from the top rope, that thing was nasty. I was like,
that was me.
I was like, man, back then, I think these guys, wrestlers, I would say, because on the show we do, you know, before Punk, after Punk. That's how we do old school. So before the Punk era, I want to say, what is it, 2012 is our cutoff? I would say around about 2008-ish. That's when wrestlers started becoming more like the video game era of wrestlers. This is still kind of the old school type of wrestler, drink your beers, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your vice is. These dudes, you can really tell that this was their job. They came to do their job. They came to really entertain their fans. And not saying the new school doesn't, but it looked a little bit more real back then. that dead level, whatever that shit was called. I never seen that before. I don't think that was sick. That's a dope ass move. Jamie Noble with the cold breaker, that was pretty cool as well. But the Shining Wizard blew me that he won with that, because of all the stuff they was doing in that match to each other. I think that it should have been a more impactful move that won that match. But again, man, it was a good pace. It was a good opening. It was a decent opening match. Of course, Hurricane Helms with the win. Well, my bad. Gregory Helms with the win. And yeah, man, it was pretty solid.
Cool deal. Quabo, what was your thoughts on the opening segment?
Yeah, I mean, damn, wow, he damn near said all the fucking shit we had to say. Damn, god damn. I mean, this is a tornado. Damn, how'd you name everything in the fucking tornado? You leave me shit. Fuck. All right. Anyways, I do agree. Those video packages, they were definitely something worth watching. Especially from the start. It's just, I mean, it goes to show you the kind of quality that they gave us back in the day. Yeah, like you said, Kid Cash, looking like Little Kid Rock or Kid Rock's brother, some shit like that. You know, it was interesting. I never gravitated to him as a champion. But this was definitely something worth watching, with seeing Funaki and Jamie Noble in there. I know there were a lot of moments where I saw Nunzio putting in some work too, and stopping some close call pins, which made it interesting to kind of find the eyes in the storm. But like you said, yeah, the shooting star press, that shining wizard to close it off. It was definitely one of the funniest cruiser weight championship matches that I've seen. It was lackluster. I agree with that with Hollywood here. You know, Gregory Helms coming out with a shining wizard, and that's how he starts his reign. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it could have definitely had something else, considering what we've seen him doing as Hurricane. So I was expecting something else, and I don't know what I was expecting really. But either way, it was a decent start, a good opening match.
Cool deal. Bones, what you think about the opening segment of the 2006 Royal Rumble, bro?
All right, so a couple of disclaimers first and foremost. The number one disclaimer is that I'm a truck driver. I'm currently driving my truck. So that's why I'm looking like I'm looking and sounding like I'm sounding. The second disclaimer is that by this time I had stopped watching wrestling. So a lot of this shit, which is why I like watching retros, because like a lot of this shit be different for me. I have a whole different feel for it. I wasn't watching any of wrestling probably since from 04, 05, I fell off. So with that being said, my first note of this was Smack. Who is this nigga? Kid Cash, nigga? I ain't never heard this nigga before, ever. Like, even heard of. The rest of these niggas I at least heard of, bro. Even if I don't know them like that, I ain't never heard of this nigga. And he was a champion. I was confused as hell. Now, when I hear a cruiserweight championship match this many niggas about to happen from back then, I start thinking about further back then, like WCW shit. So I must say that I was extremely turned off by how lackluster this was, because I expected so much more just off the premise of the fact that it was a cruiserweight match. And then you give me on Hurricane without the Hurricane. So I mean, Shane Helms is a great wrestler, but like he was also a great character too, and the combination made him much fire. So like you only give me half of that, and that shit was not pleasing either. So I just wasn't really happy watching this match at all. You named the two big spots that was like dope and really caught my eye, like the fucking shooting star press. Was the shooting star press on top going outside? The shooting star press, that whatever it was. That nigga put it all on the line.
It was outside.
Yeah, he landed right on his face too. Ain't nobody catch my man.
That nigga, they caught that nigga in the torso. His face still hit the ground. Hey, I was like, yeah, that shit. I give you props for going for that shit. Because if I was a wrestler, nigga, they ain't one of them bumps I would be taking, nigga. Not head first.
Oh, they fought in the back after that.
and the neck breaker, that shit was cold too. I didn't know what he was gonna do, but that shit was cold once he did. But yeah, ended that shit with a fucking shining wizard. That really brought my feelings of the match down a lot too. So I mean, I guess this match is all right. I just thought I expected so much better, and therefore it made it not that good of a match for me as far as what my score is going to be on it. Oh, and also I wanted to point out that y'all niggas some real professionals. I'm gonna say that. You don't get that type of professionalism in the Elbow Drop podcast. Y'all let niggas finish talking and everything. I was like in a new place.
Co-work.
Everybody,
It's
sound-
early. It's just to open the match. Just
Oh,
open
but
the match.
everybody sound intelligent. Hey, everybody sound all intelligent and shit. I was like, damn, nigga, I hope I can measure up. I don't know if I can sound that smart.
I knew, like just to give people backstory, just a little quick backstory. You know what I'm saying? We all in the bWo group. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate.
On Facebook?
Huh? On Facebook.
I should find us on Facebook.
Right. You can find us on Facebook. But I appreciate that group for a lot of different reasons. But it's a lot. We're gonna get into that later. But it's a lot of motherfuckers on there that I'm like, oh my God. But Bonez is one that I've talked to that you know what I'm saying? He don't agree with everything I say. And he's checked me. He checked me and challenged me. And they was like, okay, a motherfucker challenging Hollywood? Bad. Let's go.
There's a difference between you when you disagree. Like, you disagree with some people like, nah, nigga, you stupid. That shit don't make no sense. But you also disagree with somebody like, yo, you got a good point. I get it. But I don't agree. It's two completely different things. And you run into the ones that you know, like, yo, this shit don't even make fucking sense. Why would you even think that?
Like the shining
get
that you said. We both agreed on that. It's not that I hate that move. It's just that seeing Adam Cole do it with the ferocity that he does it, compared to the way whoever, Hurricane or whatever the hell his name
Shit,
was.
Samoa Joe at this time in TNA would have done that move and would have looked beautiful.
Yes. So when you've seen that move done compared to the way it was done in this match was like, you went with that.
After not getting the pin on that neck breaker.
You know, he ain't having superhero clothes on, bro. He ain't having superhero clothes on. It didn't.
Got you.
It's like, look, we almost at 8 minutes. Y'all got to wrap this up. Wrap this up, B. That's what they told him. So he just hit that joint on Funaki. Funaki, SmackDown #1. And then boom, new cruiserweight champ in the form of heavyweight Gregory Helms. So we're going to rate this thing, gentlemen. Hollywood, start with you.
I'm going to give it, we're going to fuck him up with this with our rating system. We're going to fuck him up. I'm going to give it a 4, maybe 4.5. 4. I'm going to give it like a 4.
Okay. Quabo.
You being nice today? Give him a 4? Okay, I'll give him a 4. That's fair.
4. 44. Boom. What you gonna rate this match, bro?
I'm gonna give it a 5. Solid 5. Like, it was there. Okay. Right in the middle.
Cool deal. So first match, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. Like I said, new cruiserweight champ, Gregory Helms. Next, y'all know how WWE do, man. We got some promos and some skits coming up. So at this point in time, Vince had his girls, Candice Michelle, Victoria, and Tori Wilson, Vince's Devils, and they look like they was trying to get busy. But Teddy Long was back there cock blocking right quick. So him and Vince had a little chit chat, and he got up out of there. And then it was on until Randy came up in there. Randy came up in there, picked his number. He was happy. Then old Trip, as Hollywood likes to call him, Trip came up in there. Boy, I tell you, boy, the things that Trip was saying, let's see if the fellas picked up on it, man. So he picks his number. Then we get my boo, Mickey, giggity, goo. Mickey James, Trish Stratus talking it out. Mickey talking about, I love you. And Mickey, we love you too. And yeah. Then we had the next match, y'all. Mickey James going up against Ashley. Okay. And Trish Stratus as the special guest referee. And Trish, you point that finger, Trish. Point that finger, Trish. Fellas, Quabo. Let's talk about it, man. What you think about the segment? Mr. Vinnie Mac, Vince's Devils. Hey, Victoria, giggity. And the women's match, Mickey James versus Ashley, Trish Stratus, special guest referee.
Oh shit! Yes, I was waiting for this segment, bro. I was waiting for this segment so bad. Just from the moment, the fact that he was talking with holla. When it started with that, I was like, oh, it's that time. This is that era. This is where Vinny's about to be very gross. Vinny, I love it. Yo, give it to Vinny and his devils, his little demons, his little minions. Oh my gosh, so many creeper moments. It was like an HR nightmare. But I give it to you, Triple H. You threw so many fastballs. They were so fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh, like the
Hey,
open the
didn't I say at
box.
the beginning that this thing was rated S?
Oh
For
yeah.
sexual content, bro. Like, that was
Beware.
wild.
Giggity
I thought
giggity. Approved. This shit was nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of moments. I will say this, can you hold my ball? Oh my gosh.
You caught
That
it.
I replayed it again. I just had to hear it, and it was just too funny. And from the start, this segment was gonna be hilarious with the characters that you had in here. Randy, given that kind of like anxiousness and anxiety, he plays it off real nice. So, you know, we're expecting him to be later on in the Rumble. Chip coming in there, giving him that look, that shock look. They sell it, Um, like I said, it's the kind of entertainment that you expect from the WWE, and
Mhm.
you can't go wrong with it. I thought who they had there was a perfect pick because I think at the same time, this is when you had like Candice Michelle and Tori Wilson doing their Playboy thing, and then you also had Victoria there. So it was just a combination of all the right elements to make it just enough where it's funny, but also toes that line with rated R. So it was very interesting. It had me laughing. I replayed it a few times. Shit, I played it right now. I ain't lying. But it's this box, okay. That just had me laughing, man. But hey, it was beautiful. It was a great way to lead into the next match. And I forgot we even had a match going on, but this women's match was good. It was what Trish special refing.
Yeah.
I kind of would have wished she had actually been in the match. But I mean, sure, whatever. You're guest refing because that's what the story is expected, and it's kind of like what is it like Cobra Kai or Karate Kid moment where you have Trish's protege versus Mickey the stalker, and it's an interesting way that they play this story out. Having her as special guest referee was kind of like, meh to me, but she was still looking fly. Her finger pointed the right way and whatnot. So it was good, man. It was good. I'm gonna yield the rest of my time to Hollywood though, because man, I'm gonna finish watching this. I'm gonna replay it again.
It's such a creep move.
Giggity,
Bones.
giggity, giggity.
Giggity goo. Let's go on over to Bones. Bones, what you think about the whole segment? Vinnie Mac, Teddy Long, Vince's Devils, Old Trip, Randy in the match with Mickey James and Ashley with Trish Stratus as the special guest referee.
now on the one hand, I found it incredibly insane. All the segments, everything he pointed out, dude. I can't even name all the double entendres. So they asked me how from Triple H. I can't even name them all. It was rapid fire with it. But like on the other hand, I feel like Vince, not the character, not Mr. McMahon, but nigga Vince McMahon, the nigga named Vince McMahon, is kind of corny for booking himself to have bitches around him like that. Like, nigga, when will I ever get the chance to have 3 women pawning over me? Book it. Like, I got
It's a money maker.
book me touching her thigh ever so gently. Show me your titty. So, but I mean, it was still entertainment, man. It was entertainment. I can't knock that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the match itself, I don't even remember this match, man. I just watched it literally. Like, what happened? I remember the story, and I remember saying to myself, man, Mickey James is a pretty okay wrestler right now. Maybe that was Ashley's fault. Because I don't remember Ashley sucking in his match, but I know for a fact that Ashley sucked in general. So like maybe I just need to give Mickey James props for making this be an okay match. I don't have much to say about the match though, other than it was okay. Shockingly. The story was there. I feel knowing that I can't talk my hand from holding my phone in my hand. Knowing where they were going with the match, makes me understand the story. So like that was cool. Basically, overall.
Okay. Now you see why we love Mickey. Hollywood. What you think about this segment, man? Vinnie Mac, Teddy Long, you know the rundown, man. What you think, man?
Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna get back to the match. I 100% disagree with everyone that's talking about that's ever said anything about this match. This match sucked. Okay, I'm gonna get back to it though. Also, no one in the bWo that's and I'm sure they're gonna start listening now because we got Bonez on the show, and you know what I'm saying, he's their fearless leader. Woo.
I don't know. They don't listen to the podcast, so
yeah, they may listen. They may jump on Knicks and be like, oh, listen.
They don't listen to their podcast.
I kill Vince McMahon every show, and this is when I'm about to kill him right now. I say this, Marshall,
get him.
Jose, you guys are my witnesses. I say every show in the next 5 years, once people start watching these pay-per-views on Peacock, Vince gonna get canceled. I'm telling you right now, bro. Vince,
he's definitely gonna get
Triple
canceled.
H are gonna get canceled, bro. Okay, first of all, my man said he don't remember all the double entendres. I remember all of them. I have
My man.
He brought him up down.
Okay,
My man.
Triple H. So he's okay. Hold on. Vince said, "Ooh, look at these ladies, mighty, mighty fine ladies." What the fuck, Vince? When you Vince, a black person wrote this shit for Vince. I'm telling you right now, a black person wrote this shit for Vince, and he was trying. This might have been
even worse.
This is bad.
Nah, even worse, Vince, a black person that write Vince watched a black movie before he said it.
Even one or two. He was influenced by black people before he said this shit. Then, Randy Triple H comes in, you know what I'm saying? And Quavo alluded to it earlier. You're going to either get comedy from these two or you're going to get some serious ass shit from these two. And the comedy from these two was entertaining. Now, first thing Triple H said to Tori, he told Tori, could you open your box?
Ding.
Right.
And when he got the ball out the box, he said, could you hold my ball?
Ding.
Then when he looked at his number and he was about to leave, he said, give me back my balls.
The box one, the one that got me on.
Okay, now to the next segment, which was the backstage between Trish and Mickey. Ironically, guys, we fucked up and we watched this pay-per-view before this one.
I know. You saw it. You felt it too.
No, I'm telling you, we did. we did New Year's resolution. We did, what was it, like in December, we did New Year's resolution 2006. So then not thinking we did Royal Rumble 2006, but we saw the match between Trish and Mickey in New Year's resolution.
Yeah,
We
Diva
didn't need
Search.
we did not need Ashley to further this feud along. They could have just gave us this backstage segment with Mickey. First of all, Mickey James is in the wrong profession. Mickey James, get out of wrestling. You should be in Hollywood. I swear if you would have spent 20 years in Hollywood, you would have got one of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She's the best stalker I've ever seen in my life.
She'd have been the Marvel Universe.
I could have seen her in a movie. Yeah.
One
Crazy.
She could have been Black Widow.
Obsessed. Yeah.
She could have been Black Widow. She was good.
You're right.
To the match. The end. That shit sucked.
Right. I'm just so glad that Mickey did not get hurt in that match.
No, it was
for
too
real.
long. It was too
Oh
long.
my God, yeah. That match
That's what
was
she said.
7 minutes and 44 seconds. Too long.
That shit should have been 3 minutes, if that. It shouldn't even been a segment, bro. They wasted. Listen, I'm not saying they should have gave it to men. They should have gave it to somebody else, man. Because the match that we saw on the previous pay-per-view with Mickey and Trish Stratus blow this joint away. So I understand you're trying to give Ashley some TV time and you're trying to build her up. And she was the Diva Search winner, but dog, nobody cared about that. So Bones said he wasn't watching it back then. That's why people wasn't watching it back then, because they was doing dumb stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a waste. This was a waste. Like I was watching this, and I'm like, bro, why they running around the ring? What is the point? We know Mickey gonna win. Like everyone knows.
Ah, shit.
Everyone knows Mickey James is gonna beat Ashley. It's not gonna be no fluke roll up or nothing like that. Mickey James gonna.
No, yeah.
We knew that. And
Yo,
then we knew
she
she was
broke
gonna
her.
do some freaky shit the Trish after. You know what I'm saying? So
True shit. True shit.
we should have just had let them do the freaky shit in the backstage.
Mhm.
That is true. We would have had like 7 minutes of weirdness.
Right.
Awkward.
Nah, we would
That's
have had
true.
11.
All right, fellas. So
Take the eight that you had in the ring with Ashley and Mickey. Take the 3 that you had backstage with Trish and them and Mickey, and you combine that into the Mickey just acting weird for 11 minutes. I would have much rather had that than fucking her and
that'd have
Ashley.
been gold. That'd have been gold.
So you didn't like Trish's horrible 3 count? I thought it was decent.
No, she did it on purpose. She didn't want to count the 3. I know it was horrible. It was like that's the worst 3 count for somebody to say they didn't want to count the 3. We knew you were gonna count it. It's like she was like 1, 2. Oh my god, I really don't want to do this, but I'm faking it. It's so good. 3.
I started my fault. I remember something now, if I may interject. One thing I absolutely hated was how many times they told us that Trish had that one was Trish's stalker and one was their train. Like Trish trained her, and the other Trish's stalker. What is Trish gonna do throughout the entire match?
Whole
I
match.
think they said that shit maybe like 15 times in a 7-minute match.
It was pointless.
Yeah.
We knew what she was going to do. It's Trish fucking Stratus. Trish Stratus ain't gonna. She's the baby face. She ain't gonna do the wrong thing.
Right. She's gonna count to 3 and she's gonna point her finger like she do. Point that finger, Trish. Point that finger. What we gonna rate this thing, gentlemen? Starting with you, Quabo. What we gonna rate this segment?
This is like a 2.5, bro.
2.5.
This was just long, and I didn't
That's
want to see
it.
Ashley there. Yeah.
2.5 for Mickey.
What
Mickey,
do?
we love. Bones. What about you, bro?
Man, I feel at home. Man. I'm usually the lowest person rating. I'm giving this one a 3.
3. Okay. And Hollywood.
Damn, he gave it a 3. I that's what I wrote down.
Okay.
But I put it in my phone at least.
All right. Moving on. So yeah, like y'all heard, Mickey gets the win, starts hugging up on Trish. And then it's back to Vince being the creep. And at this point, they're showing off tattoos and fake tattoos, and it's all about just trying to show some skin because Vince trying to get busy. But then Big Show comes in. Big Show trying to get into the action. He's like, ooh, what's up? Vince like, man, pick your number and get out. And then Rey comes in. And if y'all remember, this is like soon after, some RIP Uncle Eddie. This is after Eddie Guerrero passed away. So Rey, of course, dedicated his participation in the Royal Rumble match to Eddie Guerrero and was sporting the EG armband, as was a lot of the wrestlers, especially the Mexican wrestlers. Still hard, man. Uncle Eddie got RIP Uncle Eddie, man. So yeah, after that, Rey picks his number, and hey, Uncle Eddie still got a trick for him. And then we go to the ring where we see JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, coming out there with Jillian. And at this point, she had that, but whatever the hell that thing was on her face, that joke removed because the boogeyman came and bit that shit off like a couple weeks prior. And next thing you know, we get the boogeyman coming to get you. What we think about this segment? Starting with you, Bones. What you think about old Vinnie Mac still being a creep and the matchup with old JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, and the boogeyman?
Yeah, man, same thing, except for now it's not funny. It's just creepy. Like at least the one before was funny. Now it's not even entertaining. It's just like, hey man, it's kind of weird this nigga keep booking himself to do this shit. How do not like this? Because someone since it's not entertaining no more, I'm like worried about them. Like, damn, I wonder how they felt about being put in this position.
Big tattoos on their back and shit.
Look at the tattoo on my tip. Like, yeah. As far as this match went, man, I missed the entire Boogeyman era. I've seen him in Royal Rumble before, but this is the only match I ever seen from the Boogeyman. And I want to quote Nas. Lame. Did not enjoy this. Would not recommend at all. Don't have much to say. I hate the pump handle slam as a finisher completely because it's not a very impactful looking move. The worms thing is like, okay, it's gross, but like, it's not really a big thing to me. I don't know. I just didn't really connect or like this or care about anybody in the match. So like, all things were negative here for me.
It's like everything was trash. All right. And this was the Boogeyman's, how they call it now, premium live event, his debut. And yeah, match only lasted 1:54. So Hollywood, what was your thoughts on old creepy Vinnie Mac and the match with JBL and the Boogeyman?
That man told Big Show he didn't want to see his tats. Hey, Big Show, goofy. Oh man. Okay, so I kind of got turned off to this pay-per-view once Ray came in. Because I know people will be like, what?
One of those.
Let me finish. I knew from that point on he was going to win. And when I watch these, I try to watch these like I don't remember them. Even though I watched them, like I'm kind of similar to Bones. There was a little time period that I didn't watch wrestling, but it was kind of later than this. It was a little bit after this. So I saw most of this. I probably was, 2006, I was an adult, but I probably was at like band practice if it was on back then. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to watch it at band practice. Like, so a pay-per-view would come on, we'll order it. My cousin Trey, he will order every freaking pay-per-view. And we probably had the sound on mute. So I didn't remember a Kid Cash because I probably didn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't watching that match back then. But I definitely saw this match with Jillian and, not Jillian, JBL and the Boogeyman. And bruh, this is another one of them joints where it's like, bruh, why? It don't need to be at the Royal Rumble. Put this shit on fucking, got daggone, what's them one of them pay-per-views back, Armageddon or some shit back there like that.
They don't even be on
like
that shit. Now you can put this shit on Heat.
Yeah, or Velocity or something like
Velocity
that.
or something.
It don't need to be on the Royal Rumble. I mean,
why wasn't this on the pre-show?
Now I will say, JBL sold his ass off.
Yeah.
He sold
especially
his
before
ass
the
off.
beginning of the match.
Yeah, I'm talking about from the soon as the Boogeyman music came on.
Mm-hmm.
Like he sold his ass off. And that was pretty dope to see JBL do that. I've never really been a fan of JBL too much, but the more we go back watching, I get to see why he's such respected in the wrestling world because he really was a pretty good wrestler. Boogeyman's entrance was like that. Boogeyman walked so Bray Riot could run. Because this entrance, it was like that. And it made me like, oh, okay, they used to, put a lot of shit into this without the technology that they have now. Because now they would have, the 3D shit on the screen popping at you and all types of stuff. So the Boogeyman shake.
He was convulsing out that thing, wasn't he?
Is the Boogeyman black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Okay. I had to ask because I don't remember if he was black or if he was just a tan ass black white dude. But he eat the worms and come on, man. Boogeyman did not look like he knew how to take a bump. Like he he looked the whole match awkward. Like he did not know how to fall properly. Like he was
there for the gimmick.
Huh?
He was just there for the gimmick.
Yeah. Like they just found a dude with no teeth on the street and was like, "Come on, bro, we got a gimmick for you." Boogeyman wins. He eats the worms, he pulled the worms, and whatever. Quabo, please make some sense of this.
What you got for him, Quavo? What you think about this whole segment, man? Do you remember where the Boogeyman came from, Quavo?
From parts unknown, probably. This was cringy as hell. I never gravitated towards the Boogeyman just because, it was one of those extreme characters that really didn't need much, but like a handful of worms, and he just kept pulling out worms out of everywhere, bro. But this took me back to seeing this back in the early days, and it's just like the kind of stuff that they got away with especially with him debuting here for his first pay-per-view. It's interesting because like he said, like Hollywood said, he crawled so Bray Wyatt could run, and man, he definitely he did some crazy things where you were just like, wow, like he didn't need too much to be a comical powerhouse that's just all kinds of creepy, and this was at the time where he had like bitten off the tumor from Jillian's face.
Mhm.
I still kind of imagine her face with the tumor. I can't unsee it. You know what I mean? Kind of like a bad tattoo. Um, and by the way, Big Show, nobody cares about your tattoos. Puppies, 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 and that delivery beforehand with the segment before this match, I thought was hilarious. Um, like yeah, it just so many things that just were clusterfuck put together in this like whole portion of the pay-per-view that it was just like, what the heck is going on? Like they took us through a roller coasters of emotions here. Um, and I will say this though, those video packages are definitely on point. Um, JBL did a decent job working with Boogeyman, making it comical in the beginning, all the way up to the ring bell. But I think we don't give him props to the kind of work that he did, from APA till now. And I think this was just one of those time and eras in his career where he was a face that was also um, what's it called just a weird character. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But all in all, I enjoyed it because it brought me back to that era where Boogeyman had popped out, and it was like you don't even know what you're gonna expect. The worms I thought were an added cool taste to it, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, this was definitely a really weird match to watch. I'm not gonna watch it again. I'll tell you that much though.
Man, this was the longest 2 minutes of my life, man. Like seeing him mess with them worms. As Hollywood pointed out, JBL selling even before the Boogeyman got to the ring and his music hit. He's like looking to check to see if the Boogeyman's out there. Like that was hilarious.
Nigga, Undertaker
Boom.
coming out.
Huh?
Who would have thought Undertaker was coming out?
Right. From under the ring or some shit.
Yeah.
Boom. What we gonna rate this segment, man? This match that took every bit of 2 minutes, bro.
I got 1 point for each minute.
I know that's right. Hollywood.
Dog, we gotta find somebody from the BWO I don't freaking agree with, bro. That's out of my phone, bro. Dog gave this joint a 2, bro. What is this for, bro? Who? Wasn't for the kids.
Wasn't for the kid. They were scared out their mind. Quavo.
Yeah, I'm agree. 2 across the board. I mean, too many worms, bro. How does he keep bringing out worms? No more. No mas.
That's his thing, man. Look, he tried to get in before and they wouldn't let him in. He lied about his age. So they was like, look, if you want to come in, you want to do this what you gonna do. He was like, okay. And boom, the Boogeyman was born. So moving on. We get another segment, y'all. Creepy Vinny in the back. This time we got old Thea. Thea done slimmed up too. Mama Benjamin coming up talking about, hey daddy, to Vince. She got to put a Z on that thing. She better start calling him Zaddy. And Vince was like, what? Because last time she saw Vince had his trousers around his ankles and Mama was trying to get on it. Vince was like, nope, get away from it. Sheldon came in to pick his number. Melina showed up, started flirting with Sheldon. Mama was like, bring your butt here. Sheldon was like, but Mama, no. She was like, boy, you ain't getting busy. Only your mama can get busy. And that was kind of nasty. So yeah, everybody's talking about getting Shawn Michaels up out of there. Melina comes in, talking about my guys, get him out. Sheldon talking about I can get him out. Everybody wants Shawn Michaels up out of there, man. Then we get the video package leading up to the Royal Rumble. 15 Raw superstars, 15 SmackDown superstars. Ready to lay the SmackDown in the square circle. But before we get to it, man, we got these corny ass dude, the Spirit Squad, young Dolph Ziggler coming out there. Like, okay, I'm gonna let the guys handle that. Let them murder that. Then we get to the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Triple H coming out number 1. Rey Mysterio, number 2. Fellas, let's talk about it. Hollywood, what you think about it, man? Creepy Vinny, seeing Thea. Everybody got a hit out on Sean.
At this point, I was annoyed with Vince being a creep. I said to myself, I said, how is Linda letting this man get away with this? Like, what, like what is going what is going on, bro? Like, I get it, you married and you comfortable in your marriage, but at some point, like, you got to, like, this probably was, if you go back and you watch this probably was mild compared to what he was doing on other occasions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as they probably said cut, he probably really was trying to pull a titty out. Like, bro, Mama coming out there, Thea coming out there, and she was just, hating on Shelton. She was hating on Shelton like a mother. She said, "Get up out of here." And if you know about Melina, you know about Melina.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a bad thing right there.
Giggity.
Mercury and Nitro, man, they came out, got their numbers. They ain't sell it. They ain't tell us nothing. We ain't know what. We just knew they was not going to win. We knew they weren't going to win, but it would have been kind of cool if they would have, say, gave their face like, "Oh man," or "Yes," or something. They ain't giving a plan. Like, yeah, we coming in at 15 and 16. Like, but yeah, again, I brought again Vince being a creep. This is crazy. How is this on TV? Then we get the Royal Rumble package. A lot of future Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jared, Spirit Squad, bro.
I believe Bonez said it best when he not quoted Nas. Lame.
Bro, Dolph been around for a long time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they were tired as a mug once they started doing they said, "We are."
They said okay like 5 times. Ready? Okay, ready?
They were tired as a mug, bro. Like me going up some stairs. I thought I was gonna get a bigger pop.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold it in.
Oh man, go ahead.
Pop in that, but okay.
Oh shit.
Hey man, fuck it. Rey coming out again. Rey coming out with the low rider. I just knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let this man drive a low rider and then he ain't gonna win.
Put Eddie shirt on the windshield.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But it gave me chills though.
Mm-hmm.
So then he did the whole little shake. If you guys can't see me on the podcast, this is audio. So he did the little Eddie shimmy. And then, I mean, it was dope. Good pace between these two. What you expect from these two. I know they've wrestled before, but I don't remember like the end results. Like when Rey was champion, was Triple H one of the people he beat?
I don't remember. He might have been.
Like, yeah, I wanted to know, like, do those guys like yeah, man, like
I know Ray Rain pretty beat, but so probably not.
okay. So, but it was a good pace between them two. The crowd really wanted Rey to win. And then I said, who the F is Simon Dean? I didn't know who the hell Simon Dean was. He was a waste of a spot, bro.
Yeah.
But they really was around.
His gimmick was Richard Gere. Not Gere. What's his name? I can't remember the dude's name. Dude used to have the infomercials.
I know you're talking about.
They was really behind Rey and Eddie. But then Psychosis came out without a mask, which was kind of different to see him. I don't remember. I ain't. When did they take off his mask? Well, I don't remember. But anyway, it was good to see him. But then he was gone. Then Flair comes out Bruh, he be trying to run away from people, bruh. Flair is one of the people trying to run away from. Benoit is one of the people we try to run away from. And we keep getting pay-per-views with these bammers both on them. Dog, I told y'all last week, we about to start doing old school shows, and I swear, day one is about to be the next old school show, bro. We about to do day one.
You sure your tribal chief not on day one? You sure you want to start with that one?
Nah, Rastaman ain't. See, you.
I was just saying. But that one got Brock though. That one got Brock. I thought we stayed away from Brock for a little bit too.
Listen,
well, that one was okay. He didn't kill nobody in that one. So
nah, he got killed. For real, I kind of want to talk about day one more than I want to talk about. I ain't gonna
focus. Focus.
Once I saw, like, come on, man. Once I saw everybody that's listening, if you listening, once we told y'all that Rey came out with the jumping car, with the hydraulics car, and he was doing the whole Eddie stuff, and we just said that Eddie just passed away. Y'all all know who won. If it wasn't him, it was gonna be Chris Benoit. But anyway, I'm gonna bore you a little.
It wasn't gonna be Chavo. We know that.
I'm gonna bore you a little bit more. Ric Flair gets up out of there after he grabs Triple H's nuts.
Which is nasty.
Then Triple H looks like, what? The Big Show? And then Big Show comes out there. Coachman comes out there. Coachman's out there quick. Big Show was chopping the out of Triple H. Then Lashley come out there strong as a mug, strong face. This one, he ain't had no personality. He was just a big.
It was his first Rumble.
It was like,
his first Rumble.
It was like, what's his gimmick? Big black dude. He had no gimmick. He wasn't a plumber. He wasn't the
nigga.
Yeah, he just was big black guy. That's what it said on the
Brown 2.0.
That's what it said on the board in the back. It was like, is he a baby face or a heel? No, just big black mean guy. That's what he is. Big black. That's
Bad News Brown 2.0 without the glove. That's all he
was. So mean and looking menacing. Then somebody named Sylvain or whatever his name was. Quabo, help me.
Smack, who is that nigga?
I want to say Sylvain. Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
sound like an appliance.
Who the hell was
I
he?
know, he sound like a GE commercial.
A blender.
I don't know. Yeah. A toaster.
A toaster.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip over a couple of eliminations, so I'm gonna leave something for everybody else. I will make y'all laugh. Y'all gonna laugh when I say this. Why the hell was Booker T smiling so damn hard?
He was happy to be in his pay-per-view because he wasn't in the last one.
That's right. The last one, they had him on
the last one, he wasn't even in that shit.
last one, they had him on the video package to talk about the elimination chamber, talking about it's so menacing. And then they think, I'm like, hold up, Booker T about to be in the elimination chamber. He wasn't even in the whole pay-per-view.
He wasn't in the paper.
This is why they used to make Booker T lose all the damn time back then. Like everybody that questions Booker T losing to Triple H at WrestleMania 19. This is why.
Mm-hmm.
This man came out smiling like a mug. Like what? Get your man, listen.
And then it was high book. Bye book.
Booker!
I'm gonna skip again. Two people that I did not want to be in the Royal Rumble that they wasted spots for. Tatanka and Eugene. Not gonna say anything about that. Crowd went nuts over RVD.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Orlando Jordan. He was just a happy brother, happy black man, happy big black man. That's what they said. So it was mean big black man for Lashley. It was happy big black man for Orlando John Jordan.
Our truth, little brother.
Yeah. Why did Matt Hardy get humped?
Oh my God. That was disturbing.
Why did he get humped?
Why does Viscera have that in his arsenal?
Viscera fucked the shit out of Matt Hardy.
Dog, I never want to see Matt Hardy talk again, bro. I never want to see him talk ever again. After I don't want to see him on TV. Well, I'm not gonna watch AEW that much anyway. But he's probably about to be on dark in like a month until Jeff comes. Once Jeff comes, he'll be back on TV like usual. Whenever Jeff comes around, he just go right back up. Like Matt had a decent little, you know what I'm saying, little singles run, a little decent run. But every time, even in TNA, they both be in TNA at the same time. Nobody gives two shits about Matt until Jeff comes. Like the whole delete.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he trying to delete? First, his brother. Like, but I never seen that before. I never saw Visitor do that to anybody before like he did it to Matt Hardy.
Oh, no, he did it last pay-per-view. He did it to Sheldon Benjamin.
Not like he did it to Matt Hardy.
He said his pay-per-view was rated sexual content. I thought that's what we was talking about. I ain't never talking about the backstage segments.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I never seen him do it like he did it to Matt Hardy, bro. Like, I don't ever want to see that again, bro. Like, I'm nothing, again, no, however you float your boat till you find your lost remote, do your thing. I have no qualms with them peoples. Do your thing. That I don't want to see ever again.
Yeah, like why is that in his arsenal? Why does he have that in his moveset?
That's not even a move.
Like, oh my God.
Well, it's not a wrestling move. It's a move, but it ain't a wrestling move.
At all.
Man, go ahead. Somebody else talk about this shit, man. I got so much going.
Quavo.
Yeah, please.
Quavo. I take over, Quavo. What you got for me, man?
Shit, he said, please. Okay, I guess I gotta tag in. Bro, why Spirit Squad? Why? Just why, bro? If they didn't have Dolph Ziggler, it would be entirely useless, but why? Oh man, but shout outs to the dude that was doing the video packages. I know Hollywood said earlier that you're awesome and you held to it, man. Like that was the whole video package was long as hell. That joke felt like a whole match in itself. But it was beautiful because it led up to this, which I thought was a decent way to have Triple H started off with Rey. Damn, he took that one away from me, Simon Dean. Who the fuck was Simon Dean? Psychosis, it was good to see him. I think in this light, he was with the Mexicools. So I was expecting Juventud to come out at some point, but no, that didn't happen.
We got
Flair. Yeah, we got super crazy, which was cool because it looked like an uncle just showed up to the party, and that's the cool uncle that be having like liquor and shit. I already
he got the
up.
tequila. Tequila is my lady.
You know, he ain't playing. He came with it. You know, I enjoyed it. Eugene, I thought it was funny because you know you're seeing him from the Raw perspective. Raw had a lot of like comedy, and it was more like sitcom. TV style wrestling entertainment, whereas in SmackDown you got the actual like action SmackDown, you know, the kind of shit that everybody was fucking with. Definitely RVD Rusty in this match coming back. Like even the jumps, like yo, too many. I think he was smoking too many blunts, bro, because he almost fell with that messed up botch of trying to get back up. But I still laugh. I got my 7 chuckles. I enjoyed it. He played it off nice though. It was funny, but still, cousin Chavo, bro, you was definitely not. You was not doing it. I mean, I get it, but I'm proud of you for coming through.
They look horrible. Then it's the three amigos you're talking about,
the
right?
Sloppies, yeah, they were sloppies.
The sloppiest three amigos. Yeah. Ray did it better than Chavo.
But you know, but it made you also appreciate him for trying. So I guess you get a participation trophy, homie. And I wasn't mad. I was just like, it made me miss Uncle Eddie. It made me miss Uncle Eddie more. You know what I mean?
That much more.
Yeah, because Chavo fucked it up. That's why.
And that's why Trip was like, "Thank you for coming."
But he didn't even last. I feel like Eugene lasted longer than cousin Chavo, bro. It was an interesting match. How do I explain it? How do I explain it without sounding too much like Hollywood and too much like Bonez? I don't know, man. it was one of those matches where I kind of like started to fall asleep halfway through. Like I was at somebody's house, but then I had to like wake myself back up because I was like, wait, this is a Rumble. What the fuck is it doing in the middle? Anyways, I was glad to see Shane O'Mac get rid of HBK because I thought that was a stroke of genius on the McMahon side. You know, everybody's been vying to get HBK out. Everybody's making these promises like, I'll get him out, I'll get him out. But why? Who cares? But anyways, Shane coming out of nowhere, getting HBK out, and flipping out the way he did, I thought was enjoyable. Definitely something that you'd expect from HBK. And yeah, you know, I will say this: I did enjoy the double 619. That was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. It took them forever to get into that position, but still, it was pretty good. It landed nice. Landed nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but all in
619
all,
times 2.
time 2.0. You know, it was decent. It was decent. I didn't realize how quickly they cleared the ring to get to the double 6.9, because I was like, yo, this it was so packed before that even happened. With all these faces, you had Viscera, you had Warrior, fucking Animal, you had
Animal.
fucking who else did we have? Damn, it was so many people in here, bro.
Chris
Nitro,
Masters.
Mercury,
Yeah.
Masters, Lando Jordan, the
Mhm.
Carlito double cross with
Nitro.
Goldust was funny too.
You had a bottle of milk, as the king said, and Trevor Murdoch.
Yeah, it was just
That was
everything. Like
hilarious.
you had a lot. You had a lot in this match. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty decent. And the right people got eliminated, but this was something that was kind of foretold in the earlier segments with the way that they were hyping up Ray's pick. And seeing that he was dedicating this to Uncle Eddie, and at this time with how everything happened, I thought it was a decent way that gave it a good taste. You know what I mean? Um,
Okay.
yeah, you know, and Ray came out with the win, boy. It was I will say this, I would have liked this at the end of the pay-per-view instead of at the
Mm-hmm.
middle. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
that would have been the perfect way to close it off. It's the road to WrestleMania. Whose road?
Mm-hmm.
We already know whose. So why do we have these other two after it when you can truly enjoy this at the end?
Mm-hmm.
And then make it worth, you know, going through that whole hour. Because then I realized after I was like, damn, bro, I still got to watch 2 more matches after this.
Right?
Fuck.
I just sat through
And
an
you know
hour.
me, I gotta watch a match.
Oh
So
my
it's like,
God. It was so
yeah,
long.
it
Like
really
you said,
was.
I had to go to the bathroom like 3 times. Like shit. Bones,
Yeah.
what you think about this long ass shit? Oh my God, it was so long. 62
I,
minutes and 12 seconds.
I am so glad that they covered all of my new details so I could just freely talk. I'm glad I went third on this one. 'Cause first of all, Rey Mysterio coming down that low was fire. It got me crunk. I'm actually gonna disagree with you a lot about like as far as knowing that Rey was gonna win. That shit was cool with me. Like sometimes I feel like sometimes you should do what's predicted. And this is one of those times where sticking with that story was a good idea. Like, let's just fucking do it.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the booking. I'm saying me watching it back. I like to watch it. I know what's going to happen.
I don't say but you find it less enjoyable because you knew it was gonna win.
Right, because I know what's going to happen. Not the booking.
See,
Booking.
I was
ain't
fine with it. I didn't enjoy it. I was fine with not knowing, with knowing. In this occasion, sometimes it's different, but this one, I was fine knowing it was going to happen the entire way. Because you're right, though. You knew. The whole build-up was, this whole build-up was Rey Mysterio. You knew.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he picked his number, it's like you knew.
Every step of the way, they pointed out, oh, Rey Mysterio's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew, but I love it. I don't really feel like Quace kind of said there was like a lot of people in this. I mean, there was, but like for me, it was like a lot of nobodies. Like the niggas are hype niggas. There's a whole bunch of hype niggas. But like just like for example, what's Apple eating nigga name? I can't remember Apple eating nigga name right now.
Carlito.
Carlito is a mid-level guy. Nothing wrong with that, but he's not somebody I would be excited about watching the Royal Rumble for. Like he hit the ring, and I was like, oh, Carlito, he finna spit in somebody's face. I don't even think he's spitting nobody's face. So like, what are you here for if you're not spitting in people's faces? Give me something. Come out with an apple. Then yeah, emphasis on Vince for fucking the shit out of Matt Hardy. So that has to be emphasized that you burnt that into my brain. Watch this 300-man long dick Matt Hardy. I mean, because he was pulling it all the way back. He pulled it all the way out and put it all the way back in. Lots of times. I was cool with Tatanka showing up. Tatanka came out. All right, so like on the elbow drop, we just did our Royal Rumble episode. We watched like 5 Royal Rumbles. We seen the one where fucking Piper came out and fought against fucking what's the Tamina dad name? Snooker. She fought against Jimmy Snooker, and that shit was ass. So like I was cool with Tatanka, I guess by comparison, because by comparison, Tatanka was actually wrestling. So I was cool with Tatanka, whatever. I mean, we know he's not gonna do much. I was really cool with the whole thing, man. It was pretty okay to watch, but I got like really graded on the Rumble scale because automatically a Rumble's gonna be okay to watch for me. Unless it's like before 1996. Then it's gonna be horrible to watch. But point being, y'all gonna hate. See, I'm bringing Bobby with me next week. We're gonna do a 94 Rumble. Y'all gonna hate Bobby because man, we did the 1992 Rumble, and that was the worst shit I ever watched in my fucking life. I don't give a fuck who say that was the best one ever. That was the worst shit I ever fucking watched. I got mad at him.
We got two pay-per-views for you to watch. We got two of them.
Yeah.
We got two.
Now, go ahead and tell me which one so I can know.
What year was it? What year was it, Marshall? Beach Blast.
You talking about that WCW one?
Beach Blast. What year was
Oh,
that?
that was 94.
94 Beach Blast.
That was 94. That
First
was
of all,
94.
I never knew that WCW ever had a beach splash, but fuck it, they had a beach. But wasn't it in like Mississippi?
Some shit. It wasn't nowhere near a beach.
Nowhere near a beach, but beach blast.
It was in Alabama, I think.
And yeah, Alabama. There we go. And then what was that ECW one we watched?
Oh shit! It was their first.
Oh, don't ruin his life with showing him that one. We should talk about it. We
should
talk about it at all.
That first ECW, that joint was terrible.
I totally understand why people like Jim Cornette and traditional wrestling fans hated ECW because we watched that paper. It was a couple of other joints that we. So
I'm not surprised nobody got killed in that pay-per-view.
I'm gonna have to go back to y'all library and hear y'all shit on these.
WCW used to have some bad pay-per-views, bro.
Yeah, picture quality was some shit.
WCW never had good pay-per-views though. Like even if you look forwards, we did Halloween Havoc like 1997. That was, like it had the Eddie and Rey match, but that was like pretty much it.
Which Starcade?
They bought a lot of shit.
We did 98 Starcade.
We did Starcade 97.
Yeah, I probably did 98.
No, we didn't do 97. We didn't do 97. I saved 97 because I know what that one means. So I think we did 98.
Okay.
I think we did 96.
Yeah, no, it was the one.
Like it might have been 96. Yeah, it was like one of the ones. Yeah, I figured.
Either way, that shit was shit.
Yeah, it was. Talking about the one with the NWO had their whole name on it, and the whole picture quality was some shit except for Hulk Hogan's interview.
Yeah, that joint was horrible.
That was some garbage.
That joint was horrible, bro. That joint was horrible.
I say all that to say most Royal Rumbles, as I bring it right back, most Royal Rumbles, I'm going to enjoy anyway. So, like, I'm going to have the grade on the Royal Rumble scale as I talk about this. This wasn't that good. I enjoyed watching it though. Like I enjoyed watching it, but like as far as the Royal Rumble, it's on the lower end of Royal Rumbles that I like. Like I said, most of the people in here I did not really enjoy it. Like the biggest pop that came from me personally was like Goldust, and that's not really noteworthy.
Yep.
Fucking Goldust came out through his wings down. Like, oh shit, it's Goldust.
And he jumped over the ring to get eliminated.
Oh, one thing I need to point out that no one pointed out, and this happens a lot on our podcast too. No, Chris Benoit, he headbutts the shit out this nigga and then jumps off and dives face first onto the ground. And you gotta think every time he does that, is that the one that killed his family?
Oh, we try not to talk about him. That's
the opposite.
Yeah, we already had a whole segment on that.
We try not to talk about him. We try not to talk
I've just seen as many chair shots he was getting and head butts he was giving and flying. Like, what was that picture like we watched Hollywood where he was taking like some mean chair shots to the head?
Just a lot of shit. Like I always hated the flying head, but because that shit does not look as painful as it is to the nigga who's doing it. Like the whole point of wrestling is to look as painful as possible while not being painful, and that's just the opposite.
Yeah.
That shit
Harley
even
Race
visually
pointed that
spectacular.
out.
Why are you doing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Harley Race told him to stop doing it. He just kept on doing it because that was in Harley Race's arsenal.
It sucks with him because truthfully, when you talk about wrestling, he should be talked about as one of the top dudes. However, I mean, he did what he did, and listen, I hate judging people, especially when it comes to wrestlers. I hate judging them for what they do for their personal lives because what they do in their personal lives got nothing to do with me. But what he did is like, and you like your point, like when did it happen? Because it could have been like you just said in 2006, but shit, he was doing this back in 96. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the chair shots he was taking in 96, 97 and WCW was like
brutal.
Yeah. So when was his brain, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when did that kick into him? So, you know, we try not to talk about him as much as possible, but it just seems like we keep talking about him because we keep picking pay-per-views that we don't screen the pay-per-views before we do them. We just say, all right, y'all, we doing these pay-per-views. And then we just do them. We don't screen them first to know. That's why I said that's my thing with Ray. I think if I would have knew this was the one if I would have remembered, like, oh, we old, bro. This is the 19th Royal Rumble. I didn't remember this was the 19th Royal Rumble. I didn't remember Ray won this joint. So when I was watching it, and I guess Quavo's point is a great point that, yo, if this would have been last, then maybe I would have felt a different way about it. You know, like this would have been the main event, then maybe I would have felt like, oh, this is such a feel-good moment. But then again, I'm an asshole. I don't really be like caring about feel-good moments. Like, I knew he was going to win. I'm glad he did it for Eddie, but at the same time, it's like, bro, damn, I don't want to watch nothing that I already know what's going to happen. You know, I like to be. That's why I still watch wrestling, and I think that's why
I love a feel good moment though, and this is a good one for me.
Yeah, yeah,
good one for me. Even though it was super telegraphed, they could have did a better job in that telegraph thing this hard.
Because you knew Triple H, and you knew once Triple H and Ray, okay, what they could have did, they could have stretched it out. They could have had Ray go in there first, and then later on the show, like when Big Show came out there, they could have had Triple H coming in because they had them back to back. Once you had them back to back, you saw Triple H mad, and then you saw Ray like, Eddie, I know. So you knew he was either going to be 1 or 2, and Triple H was going to be 1 or 2. Like you said, they told us everything that was going to happen, and that I think, well, you know what? Fuck it. It was for Eddie, so hey, I can't complain.
Yeah, that's basically what at the end of the day, once you've seen the low rider and Ray putting the shirt, it's like, yeah, this is basically like a tribute to Eddie. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad at all. Like, cause I was mad at Chavo.
Oh, Cole, let me co-sign y'all. Let me co-sign y'all on that Chavo snapper. I need to co-sign that. It was like, you know, like the way Eddie does the Three Amigos, and he like spins his legs to get momentum to turn around. It was like Chavo didn't know which way to spin his legs, but he popped his hips the wrong way. I'm like, bro,
he looked like a turtle in a shell kicking his legs.
in my head, I'm like, bro, you don't love your uncle, nigga? You could.
You better do this for the family.
Practice one time, nigga. I'm sure Chavo Classic would let you try it on him. Like, you could have worked it out.
He ain't no oos.
Like, I should have felt bad about him getting eliminated because of that. But he fucked it up so much. I was like, cool.
The way that Triple H eliminated him, though, like after he did it, he was trying to go for the frog smash. Triple H was like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
I was like, man, we should get a horrible looking frog smash, bro.
Right. That's why Triple pushed him out. Look, you already fucked up for the Three Amigos. You ain't about to fuck up for the frog splash. Bye, Chavo. Oh man, yeah, that was hilarious.
That's pretty much all I got, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Some stuff I caught before I get you guys rating. Carlito jumping over the rope. I've seen a lot of people jumping over the rope to get eliminated. I'm like, okay, y'all don't want to like stay in there. Like, I'm pretty sure Booker T would love to have a second chance up in that jump because he was only in there like 3 seconds. Y'all just gold dust. What kind of elimination was that? He took a pinky toe to the back of the head, and I seen my man just take the whole Gail Kim over the top rope out. Gail Kim went under the ring, under the rope. Gold Dust just went over it like, all right, I'm done. I did my one move on Carlito. We up out of here. Lashley, as he was called back then, this was his debut, and my man looked like an absolute monster as he looks now. And once again, black don't crack, because that dude looked the same back then in 2006 as he do now in 2022. Trying to tell you, hey, that
because he can't grow hair.
Huh?
I think his skin's smooth because he can't grow hair.
Might be, or he drinking the same Kool-Aid R-Truth drinking or something. Like, good Lord. Tatanka coming out, that was for me, my old ass. That was a throwback, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't mad when he got eliminated. I was like, what the hell is Animal doing out here? That was a nice throwback to the LOD. As Hollywood pointed out, Orlando Jordan, why was you out there? It was good to see Super Crazy acting crazy. And Randy had number 30. Oh, and shout out to Tripp, because Tripp was selling like a mug out there, man. He was doing his thing. He was putting that work in. So we already know Triple H is a Hall of Famer. So shout out to him for doing all that work. And yeah, as we all pointed out, it was already obvious that Rey was going to win. So, but question, Mike. We always call him the Big Show goofy. Why he always smacking Triple H with the bad hand?
Because he's goofy and he don't
He's
think,
stupid.
like
How Shane say, stupid. Like, come on, bro.
He had to book himself. Like, I don't think that anybody backstage told, like, okay, I know somebody probably told him backstage, really, in real life, they told him use the bad hand to sell it, sell the story. But the way he uses it makes me think that no one tells him not to use it. And he just dumb and he just keep using the bad hand, bro.
Well, you got a whole good hand, bro.
And I don't know if that means he's good at selling this shit, or if he's good at, or he just really just dumb. Like every time he uses it, it looked like he think before he every time he uses that drink, it looked like he think like he shot you this drink, and then he use it. And it's like, bro, come on, Big Show. Come on, bro. I don't know, man. Like he be blowing me with that. Like Big Show might be like my least favorite wrestler.
I can see that. I can see that. What's your rating for this segment, bro?
Ooh, I mean, like he said, we got to grade it by Royal Rumble standards. This is the 19th Royal Rumble. This might be the 19th best Royal Rumble.
they had a lot of practice for Royal Rumble. So.
Yeah, like this. Well, okay, so it's definitely better than some of the joints from the 90s. The early 90s, at least. But it's not better than like 97, 96. I mean, 97, 98, 99. It's not better than that. So I'm going to give it like a 4.
Damn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give Rey a 7.
Okay.
Because of what he did, but I'm gonna give the match actually a 4 because this joint wasn't really that good. Like he said, it wasn't that like that. The video package hyped me up. Some of the people that was in the video package wasn't even in the match.
We'll catch him in the next one.
He'll be the next pay-per-view. What was the next pay-per-view? Like something like what's the off-brand ones was called back in the day? Not No Mercy.
No Way Out.
Yeah, No Way Out. No Return.
Quavo.
WWE thought they was slick, bro. Remember when they went from old school, they only give us 4, and then they start giving us In Your Houses?
Mm-hmm.
All them other in-between shits, that's all they is In Your Houses.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, man. Quavo, what you got for me, bro? Pike's killing
Um,
me. I love it.
yeah, I agree with him. You know, I'd give it like a 4.5 for the names you had on there. Um, it just had a lot of people that didn't need to be on there. I actually would have liked seeing Gregory Helms in this joint instead of a couple of people on there. But then again, you know, you had him in the beginning and he didn't really hurricane out. Maybe he could have come out in his costume and you brought back Hurricane. I don't know. Still, 4.5, and then I'd probably say, yeah, for Rey, great performance. I gave him a 7 too. Like it was good. That made the match because he worked this out, even though all of the things with Eddie had just happened. So seeing him come out with the win, I didn't like where it was placed though. You put it at the end for this kind of story that you're selling, not in the middle. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Boom.
Yeah, I said damn to your Mike to yours because that's dirty what my score is. And I feel negatively about this one. Am I frozen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I feel negatively about this one because of the exact opposite reason what Quavo said. Like because the names in this one, which aren't any to me, I gave this one a 4. Yeah, I love the whole Rey Mysterio thing, but that's only one thing. That's one story, and the Royal Rumble must be about multiple stories and multiple things.
Okay. All right. So 4s all across the board for the gentlemen. And yeah, man, like this is the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. So this should be the main event. But it wasn't. So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna run through these right quick. And then we're gonna talk about something else because like Mike pointed out, like it was like once the Royal Rumble ended, like I started packing up and going home. And then next thing you know, I hear, you know, the rafters coming down, a whole bunch of steam coming out. And I'm like, oh, they're shutting down production. Nah, John Cena want to walk up that joint. I'm like, oh, just from his entrance, I'm like, oh, Cena's gonna win. And he had a match with Edge for the belt. And Edge just had a regular old entrance, him and Lita. Cena comes out walking on top of the world. 15 minutes, 1 second, new champ, Cena. And then after that, we get Kurt Angle, who, nothing against Kurt Angle, you know, world heavyweight champion at the time, but he's going against Mark Henry. And we got Kurt Angle and Mark Henry as our main event. Right. Match lasts 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Kurt Angle wins with a roll-up pin on Mark Henry, 400-pound ass. So that's why we're skimming through this, because I'm pretty sure the gentleman skimmed through this. Like, what? Huh? The fuck? But I'm gonna see if they want to touch on it right quick. Hollywood, you want to touch on the John Cena and Edge match, in which we didn't even know there was going to be one right quick. John Cena versus Edge, and then Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry.
Well,
Did it catch you by surprise?
actually, these 4 are the reason why we didn't like the Royal Rumble. If these 4 people would have been in the Royal Rumble, it would have been actually a lot more enjoyable than what it was. You could have took. Look, I got the list of all the people that was in the Royal Rumble. I got the whole 30, the whole names and everything. I got a list, and you take Coachman, Sylvan or whatever his name, Savlon.
Oh, Sylvan, yeah.
Sylvan, Simon Dean, and freaking Trevor Murdoch. Oh yeah, Eugene. Out of this match, you replace him with them other 4. Now that's a different Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Cena winning. This is when the Super Cena kind of started, and this is ironically, again, like Bone said earlier, this is kind of like when people wasn't watching wrestling for real. This was the beginning, kind of, sort of the Cena run. And I don't think we give enough respect to Cena, man. He's corny as hell. We know that. But no one in wrestling history had the run that he had. You can say Hulk Hogan had a bigger run at a time period. It might have been bigger, Wasn't longer. You could say The Rock had a good run for that short amount of time he had that run. It wasn't longer than John Cena's. Stone Cold's wasn't longer than John Cena's. So John Cena, you know, he was the right pick. Now, back to what you said about Mark Henry, and I'm gonna get killed for this. Bruh, I don't want to see Mark Henry wrestle. The only time he was ever entertaining to me is when he did that fake, what you call it, the fake retirement. He's also one of the, he's also on the board, big black dude. No, big black dude. That's what they had, that's what they called him. Cause I don't really like Mark Henry as a wrestler. I don't know him personally, so I can't say I don't like him. He do seem like a good, cool guy. But yeah, I can't see how you lose to Kurt Angle on a roll up and you're the world's strongest man. You can't kick out of a roll up, Mark Henry. In the main event of the Royal Rumble, you can't kick out.
Took 2 chair shots to the face.
Oh yeah. But still,
and kicked out of that.
Right. But you can't kick out of a roll up, Mark Henry.
He kicked out of the ankle lock too. The first one to do it. I don't get it.
See, this is when people, the fake wokes, they be like, this is why they be having their little, they have their voice, because this is the time when the WWE booked black people bad. I'm not going to say they booked it bad because he's black, but this was a horrible ending.
Yeah.
To a pay-per-view, bro. It's like, after Rey winning, everyone's so happy because he did it for Eddie, and he's going to the main event of WrestleMania, and we don't know who he's going to pick, or you know what I'm saying, none of that and stuff like that. Like, it's just wow that this was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. So I'm gonna go to Quavo. Can go ahead and go.
Anything you want to touch up on this surprise of a match, Quavo? We thought it was over, man. We done sat through
I
a
thought it
whole
was
hour with the
done.
Rumble, man.
I was already
the
falling
credits was
asleep
about to
through the
roll.
Rumble. I was already falling asleep through it. I'm surprised you forgot to mention this part. But yeah, the whole hacksaw. Like y'all could have put hacksaw. Y'all could have put hacksaw in the Rumble, and I would have enjoyed it more. But I don't know. Just little things that are so missing from this Rumble that it was just like I don't know what they were doing. That entrance with Cena though. I mean, it was obvious it was gonna be Cena because ain't no way Stranger Things music is coming on for Edge. You know, I'm expecting rated R shit, but like it just looked like I don't know if you remember American Ninja Warrior. Like it looked like he was coming out to that, and it just looked really weird, and it was just bad, like a marching moron. And then the confetti though I thought was a decent touch, so they were at least trying. But still, for Cena though, I guess this was still that time where it was just like they're trying to get Cena to get that revenge win and make Edge look bad and look like a transitional champ, which he did. And it just gave me a lot of STFU deja vu. Where it's like you're always looking at that constipated face and you're like, no, just get the win already or something. But it was just it was too much for me. With the Mark versus Kurt, like I look at it this way. I want to see this match as much as I want to see a Splash Bass commercial with Drew McIntyre in it, talking about he's a makeup artist for a wedding. Like I just no, be better WWE, be better. Damn it, be better Peacock. Jeez, like I will say this though, Kurt's entrance and the music though, that shit was on point. The shit was on point, and the
ring gear was
crowd.
tight too. I like that
Yeah,
black, like the black Superman suit. That joint was tough.
like he was looking dope. I mean, I think this was also the transition where like he was about to go to TNA. Like this was that time where like there was like the ending of Kurt going into another promotion, but it was just his heel and his heel shit. Like he wasn't with Davari no more. Like it still made it entertaining because you still got the "You Sucks" even after the music was over. But
Mhm.
that was more entertaining than like seeing this match. Like I even like the video package where Mark Henry kicked out of the ankle lock more than I watched this match. It was just no. Like I didn't want to watch it. I wanted to breeze by it real fast. And matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say nothing about the match. But yeah, this needed to be a lot sooner than the Rumble. And you don't end the Rumble with this. It just made the whole pay per view just look bad. It was really bad. But congrats to Kurt though. He got the win. So it is what it is.
Facts, facts. Okay, okay. So where we at with this thing, man? Where we at with this thing? Where we gonna get this whole entire shebang? Quabo, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm gonna give this a rated 619. This is saying 9. Um, these two matches were fours at best. I feel like this whole pay per view has had that kind of theme where it's not really gonna go past a certain level. You're missing a lot of elements. Overall, it was just a little out of order. But I will give the pay per view itself. I'll give it a 4. It's a fair. You know, you get what you're getting, and after New Year's resolution, like we saw what we were dealing with during the time, what had just happened, who they lost, who they didn't have on the roster anymore, and who they could work with. So seeing all of this and how they made it happen, it's 4. It works.
Okay. All right. Cool deal. Cool deal. All right, Hollywood. What
The
about you? What you gonna
whole
rate
pay
this
per
thing?
view,
Yeah.
about a 5.
About 5.
About a 5.
And we're going to our guy Bones from the bWo. What you gonna rate this pay per view, bro?
Man, a 2. Did not enjoy it. Also, to be fair, for those who don't know, I didn't watch the entire thing, so the last 2 matches might have saved it. And also, I got disconnected somehow, so I couldn't even hear how y'all talking about the last 2 matches. So I don't even know how to feel about it. But I just got up to the Royal Rumble. That shit was about a 2. I would be so disappointed if I actually paid $60 for this.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you call in, hey, man, you know, so we get connection issues, man. It's all good, though, man. But as I tell Hollywood, hey, we are a forgiving family here in the four corners of wrestling. And we still appreciate you being here with us, brother. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got the ratings for the show. And since we got a special guest.
No.
Yeah, what's happening?
You like him. He's cool. But let us find out that bWo on that cricket plan. Y'all got the cricket plans over there? Y'all
Well, I mean, you got to take into account, nigga. I'm driving through everywhere. I'm in social circle, Georgia. So you know, I could be in the middle of nowhere, nigga. I got different watch set up, nigga. I'm in the game as far as anybody can be connected. I switched between T-Mobile and I guess what's it, Verizon, AT&T, some shit. I don't know. But I'm saying that to say, nah, nigga, we balls out over here. I got whole internet in my trunk.
He probably can't watch the whole match because it's potato Wi-Fi, but he's out there. He's out there.
Hey, shout out to Georgia. Shout out to Georgia.
Hey, I definitely started watching this shit in Alabama.
Damn.
Oh, shout out to Alabama.
What the Alabama?
My man traveling.
Beach blast.
Shout out to Anniston. Shout out to Oxford, my old stomping grounds out there when I was a young type. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to ATL. You know what I'm saying? Georgia. Let me stop now. Y'all know I love singing out here. But yeah, moving on now. We got some special stuff for y'all. We doing some current events, baby. And little history lesson. This day, 2014, we had a young tribal chief going up against CM Punk. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll talk about that. Tune in, baby. Tune in. But we got ourselves a new champ, y'all. New what? TBS women's champion over there. Jade Cargill.
The dumbest damn
NJPW.
name for belts.
Huh?
The dumbest damn name for belts ever.
Hey, I'm still gonna congratulate. Congratulations, Jade. Giggity, 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 goo. You know we love you. Let's see what the fellas think about it. Hollywood and already started off. What you think about the TBS belt, man? I know you happy Jade won, but what you think about the whole TBS belt? I don't know. Let's find out.
All right,
I can't speak for you. I'm asking.
Listen. Tony Khan, you screwed up, man. You screwed up, man. You screwed up a wonderful moment with your big old mouth. You didn't have to say a damn word. You listen, the saying is show and tell, not tell and show. All you had to do was shut up, and this could have been a great moment. Now you got everybody on the damn internet saying this is a pity win for Black people, and she earned it, man. Now, I've in the past, we've all said that Jade is green, and she still is. She still is green. But damn, dog, you messed up this moment for her, man. Like you really, really messed up this moment for her just by being in your feelings and replying and to something that you probably didn't even listen to the whole thing. You probably like the thing with the whole Swole situation that sucks is when it first was reported, it was reported from a website. What she actually said in the actual podcast or whatever she was recording, no one had heard that. They just read the scripts from, you know what I'm saying, from the articles. So the full thing of what Swole was saying, whether you agree or not, it wasn't intentionally to try to tear anybody down. Matter of fact, if you can read between the lines, she wasn't even talking about Tony Khan. She was talking about Kenny Omega. She said that in there. Her and Kenny Omega used to butt heads all the time. That's who she was talking about. She was talking about the EVPs. When she was talking about people being on top, she wasn't talking about Black people being champions or Black people even being on TV that much. She was saying certain things in AEW should not happen. And if you had Black people as representation on the EVPs, you got 5 EVPs. You got Cody, you got Nick Young Buck, the what's the other one? Matt Young Buck.
Other Young Buck.
Yeah, other Young Buck, Kenny Omega. And then I already say Cody. Yeah,
I don't think so, but Cody.
Cody and Kenny Omega. So 4 EVPs. And Brandy's like the COO. Right there, that's 4 white people and 1 Black person. So that's what she was saying. She was saying she wanted more people at the top to the point where, I know this is old, but when Brandy said, I'm a Black bitch, like, okay, everyone on this podcast right now is Black except Quabo, but he's Hispanic, so he's a minority. I've heard Black women say the craziest stuff. I got 4 sisters. I got a mama. I got aunts. I got all types of Black women in my life, okay? I've never heard a Black woman get disrespected and then call themselves a Black bee. I've heard other people be derogatory towards Black women and call them Black bees. Mm-hmm. But I've never heard themselves refer to that as a Black bee. That's what Swole meant by having representation there that can speak for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't understand that because they just want to, they think, and you know, partially it is, partially it's not, it's society's fault, I would say, because society has made it so that Black people, they have turned Black people's trauma into us complaining. So part of it, what Swole was saying, people don't even look at it as just constructive criticism because it's like, oh shit, another Black person complaining. And that's not really what it was. So I set out and say, to get back to Jade, you tainted Jade's moment by even responding. Because one thing that Tony Khan has told us and one thing that AEW has told us, they book in advance. So if you knew that you was going to give her the belt, you didn't need to say shit. You knew you was going to give her the belt. Now for Ruby, a couple of, the groups on Facebook, they're saying that Ruby got buried. Again, a lot of these people don't know what terminology means in wrestling. Ruby's not buried. However, it is kind of weird that you brought her in with so much, hoopla around her, and she lost 2 big time matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point of bringing her in with all that hoopla? Like, she's just another girl now. But back to, again, to finish up with what I was saying about Jade and Swole, like, she was really, if you read between the lines, she was talking about Kenny. Because if you remember when AEW first started, and pretty much the first year and a half, maybe 2 years, the only women that they pushed for real were a certain type of woman. And it was the Asian ones. That's when Kenny was involved. That's when Kenny ran the booking for the women. And that's what she was kind of saying, like, yo, soon as Tony Khan made that announcement that he was taking over all the booking, Britt Baker won the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to, some people need to know, it doesn't have to be a racial thing. She didn't say anybody was racist. She didn't call the company out and say that they were racist. She just said that she would like to see more representation up at the top so things can be explained of why you shouldn't do certain things. It sucks. But hopefully Jade can bounce back from this. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for her. She did look a little bit better in this match from what I seen. I didn't watch the show, but from what I seen, she did look a little bit better in the match. But it kind of sucks that she, it's tainted around this whole racial thing, and it's like, bro,
because she's worked hard. She has worked hard to get where she's at, and she has made some improvements from when she first started.
Tony Khan is the rich kid back in the day that had all the toys that didn't want to let anybody else play with the toys. Like, he was the dude on the block that had all the remember when Sega Genesis was out and then it was Sega CD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was the one that had Sega CD first, but he wasn't trying to let nobody play with it.
Oh, okay.
He
He was
was
like the first one to have Game Shark and shit.
Yeah, the first one to have Game Shark, and the first one to have Neo Geo or some shit like that. You like, he had Nintendo 64 before anybody. He had 4 controllers, but he would only play by himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of dude he is. Like, and he's showing his true colors. The more he talks, the more he becomes unlikable, which makes you not even want to support the company. Because now you have all these black wrestlers coming out talking all this. Yeah, we love Tony Khan. No one said anything negative about him. That's the thing. You don't have to come out rushing and saying whatever, but and then you got the people that bring Vince up. It's like I said in the chat, Cheddar Bobs. Like, Future did it. What the fuck does Vince got to do with what this man is doing right now? We know. You know what I'm saying? We have a choice. We've seen what Vince has done. But as I've said before, Vince dishes it out to everyone. Black people get it. Hispanic people get it. The white people get it the most. Shit, he kissed an ass before. Vince had the Kiss My Ass Club, and he kissed an ass.
Vince has no sensitivity or caring about anything other than what he thinks is about to make some money.
Thank you. That's it. So with Tony Khan, if you want to bring up Vince, ain't nobody trying to duck the Vince conversation. We know Vince has done some wild shit. This whole pay-per-view, we just talked about Vince doing wild shit. We know Vince does. However, we talking about Tony Khan right now because this is the guy that told us he was for us. And regardless of what you think about Big Swole or not, Big Swole was for us. You know what I'm saying?
That butt was about conversation his ass.
Huh?
That butt was about conversation. I hate that. I hate to use that in any context. Like, okay, nigga, does that make what we talking about better?
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, he didn't have to do that to her. He didn't have to do that to her. And it just sucks that Jade suffers from that. I mean, that's the bottom line. Like we were talking about it in the chat. I said he would be better off not putting the belt on her right now. And he put it on her, and now look what everyone's saying around the world. Like you go on Twitter, they're killing her right now. She had to get a peace sign earlier and say she out. They talk about her daughter, talk about her daughter. She should have her daughter up there. Like, bro, their fan base is not us. We're wrestling fans for the most part on this group, on the phone, on this podcast recorded right now. We are wrestling fans. We like all wrestling for the most part. Not all of it, but we like a good chunk of wrestling. I don't think that most of their fans are just wrestling fans. I think their fans follow them for political reasons too, and other different reasons they follow them for. That's why that fan felt comfortable bringing that transphobic, side in there. That's why they felt comfortable with that. To do that.
Yeah, I pointed that out a few times. Like just by watching, when you're trying to watch the product and enjoy the product, the fans are part of the product, because as we've seen when the Thunderdome was there, when you don't have fans there, it's lackluster. So the fans bring that. So when you're watching it and you see stuff like that, it's like, really? Like, how did that even get past the door, for one? You know what I'm saying? Because usually, like, you go to a WWE event, they're inspecting everything. So how did I get past the door for one of y'all? Just let them just take it up in there and show it, and didn't come out until Nyla Rose, came out and gave him a chance to show it. So yeah, that was crazy. I totally agree where you're coming from.
If WWE had a transgender wrestler in their company, there's no way that sign gets on TV.
At all. Like I said, they're checking you at the door.
No way.
At the door.
There's no way that happens. And that's what I'm saying. Like that company. Okay, so I hate to break it down like this. I'm not calling kind of racist. However, on his Twitter title, it says owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars hired Urban Meyer. If you don't know who Urban Meyer is in his past, I can start with Florida. Y'all, if you don't watch football, I'm just going to name a name. I'm sure you know who he is. You might not know his football career, but his name is Aaron Hernandez. If you go back and you look at the Florida Gators when Urban Meyer coached them, and I'm a huge college football fan, he had the most arrests by 2 times the next school. This just came out the other day. Urban Meyer, Ohio State, they had a rule, no hoodie rule. Guess what picture they used?
With the hoodie.
Guess whose picture they used?
His? Who picture?
Trayvon Martin's.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to let y'all marinate on that for a second if y'all don't understand what I'm saying. That happened in the past. Okay. They hired Urban Meyer this year. And one of the first hires he hired was a racist strength coach. I ain't saying they racist. All I'm saying is they ain't aware. So everything that Big Swole said was 100% correct. That's my case.
Quabo, let me get your thoughts, man. Think about Jade first TBS champion crown.
I agree with Hollywood 100%. You stole the flame and you put it on her at the wrong time. It's hard to see it from those eyes, just watching wrestling or just coming in brand new. But there's so many things that go into setting up a championship reign. So now it's like this changes everything and it marks it in a bad way. And then on top of that, you've already promised that you were going to be different and give the fans what they wanted. So it just gives us a really bittersweet taste. And yeah, I mean, I don't really want to say too much more about it because it's like, damn. That's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah, like why would you do that? Like if you knew in the back of your mind, if you told us that you book ahead of time, you knew Jade was gonna win. She's black. Shut the fuck up. Like, what did you need to take? What did you need to even tweet to? Excuse me. Sorry about that. I never sneezed on the podcast. That's how I sneeze, people. But you didn't need to say Big Swole you didn't like her wrestling. Why did you need to say that?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say she didn't like your company. And she put you over.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy. Crazy, bro. And it's just like the last 3 weeks or 3 circumstances we've talked about black women in AEW. These are the circumstances. Brandy, Swole, Jade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reoccurring thing now. It's like I don't think you're doing it on purpose, but it shows that you like. I liken this to the Colin Kaepernick. If you any people out there that's watched the Colin Kaepernick special on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
his parents were being racist as hell to him,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started to see, like, if you watch it, his mother started off being supportive. His father was the one who's like, cut your hair or take the braids out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then it switched. His father started peeping how people were being racist to the son. So he started being nice to the son, to Colin. And then the mother started being kind of racist towards Colin. They didn't know that they were doing anything wrong because that's their nature. That's just who they are. They didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And Colin kind of protected them and showed that throughout the whole Netflix special, to the point where it got to the end. They got it, and they've been supportive of Colin Kaepernick the whole time. That, you know, through all the kneeling and all that type of stuff, they've been supportive of him. So they didn't know because no one told them. Here you have someone telling you, hey, this is an issue. I'm sure everything that Big Swole said in her little interview or podcast or whatever she did, I'm sure she said that to them. That's why they said when she first left, it was a mutual thing. When she first left, both parties said they both agreed to her going her separate ways, and it was no dissing. As soon as she says this, now it's oh, well, I didn't think she could wrestle anyway. It's a simple problem that can be fixed with dialogue. And the parties that are offended, or the parties that both parties need to listen. Like for black people, we need to be able to understand that sometimes they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't know better. That's just the fact. And then sometimes they should be able to listen to us to say, like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. We can work on things in this area. You know, so I don't know. They just I don't know, man. I wish the best for AEW. I'm not an anti-AEW person. Quabo, Marshall, you both can tell the world. I was the first person shot on AEW when it first was announced. I watched
and I both.
I watched the press conference.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I had
That's what turned me on. Once I saw the press conference, I saw who was up on the stage. I was like, oh yeah, I'm tuning in. And tuned in to their opening program.
Yeah.
I saw the Dustin Cody match. Great match. Awesome
I've been
match.
watching from All Out, from when they first, before they was even AEW, where they got the idea for AEW from. I was watching them in New Japan. I was watching them in ROH. I do think with AEW, a lot of their wrestlers, such as the Young Bucks, such as Kenny Omega, are better when they don't have control of their character. But other than that, I mean, I just wish Tony Khan shut up. That's it.
Let me get.
I just wish he shut up. That's all.
Okay. All right. Bones, what's your thoughts on the situation, bro?
Man, damn, he covered everything. So I personally must start with the fact that I didn't think Jay should have won this match. Like, regardless of the whole scenario at all. Without they just put this aside before he even said anything, I was like hoping that she was gonna lose for her. Because I feel like that was gonna be better for her, like to be coming back to be to fight her way up from the bottom. Because from the point that I first watched AEW and I was like, yo, all these women are garbage. Because I definitely hate their entire women's division, except for like DMD just came, before DMD came into her own. It was like Sheeta was the champion. I'm like, yo, all these women are like garbage. Like none of them like really are eye catching, but Jade's a fucking superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm definitely pro Jade. I feel like she should have lost though. I feel like she should have lost. I feel like she should have needed. She got to lose at some point. For one thing, a lot of problem with characters who like dominate so much is that they get to a point where they have to lose, and then they lose, and then it's not known how to deal with that character anymore because all that character was winning.
Yep.
Like that was one reason I wish she would have lost, and I feel like she could have earned her way back up to it, and it would have been even bigger when she won that title or the main title. It's like it would have been a bigger moment for her, a better moment for her had she lost it now or won it. She's gonna be around for a long time. She gets time. She's gonna be around for a long time. She don't need it now. On the flip side of things, Ruby needs it now. And this women's division, you need to build some people the fuck up, man, because this division's tough. For real. So like that, you wasn't gonna lose Jay. Jay wasn't gonna lose her star power. Jay was gonna be fine. Ruby, on the other hand, Ruby needed it now.
Yep.
So that's how I felt about that. And that was like without it. Now with it, when you throw it in, it's even more incentivized that she shouldn't have won now, from which she could not be marred. I mean, it was never going to go that way because if she didn't win it, Tony was going to take the hit for that. Tony's not trying to take no public perception hit. He just don't say that guy. Even if it was best for his company, he wasn't going to take that. So like,
I got Tony being like, for real, he gonna snitch. Yeah, he ain't taking that hit.
Right. So in reality, like, he was gonna always set it up instead of like just taking the L. He should have took the L. Even if the plan was already for the win, he should be like, you know what? We see how it's gonna go. So let's protect our superstar female and let's give the belt to Ruby for now. She'll understand because she's gonna be here. Let's do this. They're gonna shit on me for not having a black champion or whatever, but nobody gonna stop watching.
Right.
So let's build up. This is about the future. Everything is about the future, not like right now. You're being too reactive. So there's those are the two ways to look at it. Everything else I might cover very well, so I really can't recover it. But yeah, that's how I talk about it.
Okay. We're a little tired, but we got what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're on the road, safe travels out there. You know what I mean? So did you want to add anything on the Big Swole situation? Mike, I know you, Hollywood, I know you touched up on it. What about you, Bones? You want to touch up on
my biggest thing, man, I have to say it every time she brought it up is she's not even swole. And the Big Swole I know came from the No Limit Soldiers. That's my stance on that. But she made some good points about everything. I mean, I don't understand how anybody was mad about that. Like, and then the worst part, like, they were so reactive. Tony specifically was so reactive to this as if she just dissed him, but she didn't. What she did was just say some shit that you ain't apparently didn't listen to because she said it in her exit interview anyway. And the shit is actually some shit that's gonna help you and your company in the long run. Because I mean, at this point, there's a reason why all these black people been winning shit in WWE. And it ain't just because Vince is super pro black. It's because Vince had felt some type of way after that whole thing with George Floyd. He put the memo out. We're gonna start pushing black wrestlers. That shit was not gonna last forever. You know what made it last forever? Black wrestlers are actually fucking good. And that's the thing about it.
Bianca Belair.
the GOAT, my favorite wrestler ever, personally. But that was the thing. Like, if you looked at it, black people are more charismatic than white people. I don't care how they can sound. It's the truth. It's just the fucking truth. That's why they stole everything from us. And I don't want to sound like a hotel by saying it because I'm not. But I mean, that's how come we invented all the music in America.
It's not that ain't sounding like nothing. That's the truth.
So like, obviously, like it's something to invest in, build around. I get that, like at some point before in wrestling was like overall wrestling fans were just super racist. Up until like recently, to be honest with you, the majority were. So it's something that was the majority of fucking racist shit happening. It makes sense. But like now, bro, like play to the fuck equality and all that shit. Go for the money, nigga. That's what I'm telling you. The money is in black people. It just happens to, it just is right now. Some good wrestling. I mean, another thing too, I think I read me saying that about all the good black wrestlers. I think the real issue, well, barring not recently, but the real issue was that AEW just ain't had no good black wrestlers. Like, of course, anybody been. We're gonna Scorpio whack, you know. And then they get Jay, who was like a GOAT, right? I mean, I never really watched him.
Who?
But like
Jay?
they just signed him.
Who?
My column name was Lethal.
Oh,
Jay Lethal.
okay.
Yeah. So he's like, I mean, as far as I've heard anyway, he's like GOAT, because I really didn't watch ROH like that or like TNA. But as far as I've heard, he's like one of the greatest, right?
Yeah, Jay
You guys
Lethal.
know
Jay
that?
Lethal's nice.
I watched him.
So why the fuck ain't we getting Jay Lethal treated? Like, why are we using Jay Lethal like he a fucking superstar? He a superstar.
All right, why he lose his debut match?
Why
Why
he
is he
lose
on
his
dark?
debut match?
Yeah, because he went against
Why
Sammy
haven't I
Guevara in his
seen-
debut match.
He's
And
on
for what? And for what? What and for what? Like, what did
Exactly.
you do? What did you do with Sammy after he beat Jay Lethal? He lost the belt. He wasn't. What was the point? I don't know, man. These niggas got like I don't know what they. A lot of ways I don't understand. I don't think, like, but and that's most of America anyway. It's not none shit. Most of the shit ain't purposeful anymore. Like police don't kill black men that often specifically because of the black person that they don't value their lives. But like in general, subconsciously the value isn't there. And I think that's the same thing that's happening as far as the way they book in the AEW. And I don't care if Tony Khan Brown, even though he wants to make sure we know.
Yeah, that too. Like, I'm brown. The fuck?
That's the I got black friends statement, ain't it?
No, he named all of the black friends that won this month. He named all the black friends that won this month, just this month.
Oh yeah.
He put all his black employees in front of the store.
Yeah.
And black people keep shopping.
And then he put them in a messed up position where they got to come out and say something for him. And they really don't.
And even if they mean it, now they look bad.
Right. It looks bad. It looks horrible.
All this shit look fake because of him not just shutting the fuck up. All this shit look fake. And no matter how sincere it is, that shit look fake. And perception is reality.
Especially because she put him over. She put him over in the thing. She wasn't even talking about him.
Right.
That's the point that people keep. I'm glad Bonez said it because we haven't really said it, but their women's division is trash. That was Kenny Omega's project. She says it on there. Me and Kenny used to bump heads all the time. She was not talking to Tony Khan.
Right.
She was talking to Kenny Omega. That's who she was talking about. And no one saw that. It went over everybody's head. Tony Khan took it personal. And now you got people. Listen, I'm not mad at the white people that's mad at Big Swole. I'm not mad at them. They're going to do that. I'm mad at the black people trying to act like she used the race card when she wasn't using a race card. She didn't say, man, they ain't pushed me right.
Yeah.
She didn't say that. she even admitted, she was like, yo, I couldn't even really be there because I got this disease. I got Crohn's disease. I couldn't really be there.
All right.
Like, yo, you did all that to that woman for what? Just because you wanted to prove that you got some black friends. And Bones, I don't know if you missed the part I was talking about Urban Meyer, but
Yeah, I call for Meyer.
the track record of the cons of the type of people they hire doesn't give them the benefit of the doubt. This is the same company, this is the same family that hired Urban Meyer. Did you hear about what happened with Urban Meyer recently?
Nah.
All right, so
Not recently.
you know Urban Meyer's a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. At Ohio State, they had a rule about no hoodies. Guess what picture they used to enforce it?
Not very wrong.
Trayvon fucking Martin.
You know, when you said guess what picture, I thought about the worst thing you could possibly do.
And that's dog. And then they go cover it up. This came out yesterday. This came out literally yesterday. This came out, and they gonna say we knew nothing about what the picture. We just picked the picture with somebody with a hoodie. Dog,
Are you serious?
You're not gonna no, bro. Listen, I don't care. I know the saying is I wasn't born yesterday. Listen, I wasn't born yesterday, the day before that, the day after that, whatever, bro. Come on, bro.
I've been inclined to type in person in hoodie in Google and see if Trayvon Martin's first picture that pops up.
And then when you type in Google, when you click on a picture, it tells you where it comes from.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So don't tell me that you guys don't have no diversity issues when you hire Urban Meyer, and this is the ilk he is, the type of person he is. The first thing the man, like I said, I told Marshall and Quabo, the first thing that Bama did when he got to Jacksonville, he hired a racist strength coach. That was 2001. I mean, 21. And he was on AEW TV. Come on, bro. Like,
You don't have them.
you want the benefit of the doubt, Tony Khan. And for real, from everything that I've heard about you, even Big Swole's comments, you seem like a great dude with just a lot of money that just don't know when to shut up. You should not be booking what they call it territory. You should not be booking your territory, your company. You should hire a booker for that. Maybe Jim Ross, maybe other people that's around you.
Fuck, you get Jim fucking Ross.
Yeah.
Leave that shit to the professionals.
You know, you got Jim Ross, Jake the Snake Roberts, Arn Anderson.
Totally.
And I know they're not telling you to put out the shit that you're putting out. That's why when Arn Anderson, they call him Gat Anderson, that's why that shit looks so authentic. Because he really looked mad, and he probably was. Like, bro, your women's division is trash. You just brought out a secondary belt for your women, and now that's tarnished. Ruby Riott, what the fuck did you bring her in for? Spend some money?
Ruby could have been building up the division. Like, one thing about it too was like, because Jade is still green, even though she made huge strides, like we gotta keep saying that. But Jade's not gonna really like be the one to build up other people, you know, with your trash ass women's division.
No, I love your point, what you said, that she should have lost now, because when she does eventually lose, she doesn't beat everybody, so it's not believable. It's gonna have to be a fluke ass win for somebody to beat Jade now. And I like an Oscar when an Oscar runs into a Charlotte who's a bigger star than her, or somebody of that ilk. There's no one bigger than Jade in AEW besides Britt Baker.
And they can't beat her clean.
Because we've already seen she whoop them. So it's no woman out there that it's one woman out there that they can sign that'll be a bigger name than her. And that if she beat her, then that makes sense. But she says she's done wrestling, and that's Nia Jax. Nia Jax going there right now, changed the whole goddamn women's division.
That would change it all.
He crushing everybody.
Yeah, it'd be like an awesome Kong moment.
They better book her
Get
as
Kim.
crushing everybody.
Yeah,
They need to get everybody. These women that's getting cut from WWE, like they've been signing these. They don't need these men. These women, they need these women, and these women being in WWE over not doing nothing because it's a 4 horsewoman show.
Glad you gentlemen brought that up. Glad you brought that up, Bones, because that's going to be our next topic. Was the releases from WWE. What do you think about all the releases? They did sign Petey Williams though as a producer, I believe, but they got rid of a lot of people over there the other day. Road Dogg, Samoa Joe, Steven Regal, for example. What do y'all think about all the releases that just came out of WWE? Starting with you, Bone.
Man, this is all Braun Breaker fault. As soon as he broke that X in half, it was over for them niggas.
yeah.
They really like out with the old in with the new. Like this is it. We got some more coming. I mean, I don't feel like Ciampa's gonna stay around. I don't feel like who else is still left over the old guard. Roger Strong about to be gone. Like they could drop all these people. It's coming down the pipe. I mean, okay, I guess, but like, do any of these people have any type of head? Like, did anybody have a heads up? Is my thing, because you know you were doing. But these you've known for it's been in the plan for a while. So I just hope that like they knew ahead of time that they were going to get laid off vacant.
Okay. What about you, Hollywood? Got anything to add about?
I think we talk about this on the show as well. I kind of hate the internet go-go. I mean, not go-go wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays we see a headline and we react.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear Samoa Joe gets released, you're like, oh, WWE, WWE, they released Samoa Joe again. But if you go back to reality, they cut Samoa Joe. Some people spoke for him. They brought him back. They cut him the first time because he was injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him back. They put the NXT title on him. He gets hurt again. I mean, like some of the releases is like, bro, people are just complaining to complain. You know what I mean? Like everybody jumped off the ledge when Toni Storm, the news came out with her. Come to find out, she asked to be released.
Yeah, released, right.
So everybody was mad at WWE. Like we tend to now with the internet, since we know so much now, everybody just sees the headline and they just react. Timothy Thatcher was released, bro. Who's a Timothy Thatcher fan? Anybody?
The same people as Kid Cash fans.
But at least get Cash out of the belt.
Right. Touche.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Timothy Thatcher held the belt or not, but I don't know any of his. I've never seen the Timothy Thatcher shirt. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. No one knows about him. So these people get mad about these releases. Regal, I'm kind of surprised. Road Dogg, I'm kind of surprised but then again, I'm not surprised because he's getting rid of all of Triple H's work. And that's the thing I'm mad at Vince about. You did this shit when this man had a heart attack, bro. You probably would told him you was gonna do this shit, and that's what made him get a heart attack. Because this is
very possible. Because I mean, this was this nigga baby.
So
yeah, he built this shit from the ground up.
Now here's the thing I told Colin in the chat. Again, we read the headlines. If you watch NXT 2.0, it's not that bad, bro. It's not NXT what we're used to, but it's not that bad. The Braun Breaker and Tommaso Champion match, Ciampa match, wasn't that bad. Carmelo Hayes, I like Carmelo Hayes. I really wish Hit Row would have stayed in NXT, but you know, the big dude, the big one, he got a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he got them fired. I don't care what nobody say. He got all them fired.
They top dollar.
Yeah, huh?
Top dollar.
Yeah, he got them fired. As soon as he said something to the Young Bucks, he got them fired.
Damn.
Yeah, because why you responding to them?
Fact.
You gotta hold this on.
You gotta understand something about WWE now. WWE made all their AEW jokes in the beginning. They moved on from them. You don't hear any AEW jokes or any AEW references in none of their shows. SmackDown, Raw, NXT. If you watch Main Event, if you watch Superstars, you don't hear none of any AEW nothing. They don't reference nothing. Cedric Alexander is not married.
Right. He's with the Hurt Business.
You know what I'm saying? Adam Cole did not have a girlfriend when he was in NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When there wasn't an AEW, Britt Baker was in the crowd. After that, no more. You know what I'm saying? WWE doesn't care about them. They're moving on from them. It's wild how every AEW segment, the biggest pops is when they make it fun of WWE. If you listen to the MJF versus CM Punk, the biggest pop was when CM Punk told him he's gonna be in WrestleMania Part 4 on the buy 3 get 1 extravaganza.
Problem there that CM Punk's whole identity is bucking against WWE.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He can be that though. He can be that. I don't have a problem with that because I do agree. I'm a Punk fan, but I do agree with a lot of stuff he was saying about them, how they did him. But everyone else, shut up. Andrade, I don't want to hear you ever talk about the WWE again.
Right.
How can you tell what you think?
Huh? Him? Who else? Tony Khan is purposely signing everybody that WWE releases. That's why they keep releasing people.
We signed the Big Show.
Dog, I honestly
no
think,
more BS.
Dog,
Wasn't that his logo?
That's when it hit WWE. WWE said, "Oh, they really hiring anybody. Fuck it."
When they took Big Show and Mark Henry.
Yeah, it took Big Show and Mark Henry signing with big deals. Sting, they was like, all right. WWE was like, okay. They playing chess.
Signed his favorite wrestler, Christian.
Yeah, they was like, no. When they signed Christian, that's when Vince was like, all right, this is a joke. Because the way
That's
they
his favorite wrestler, though.
No, that's why. Because the way they promoted it. Because they promoted it like it was about to be fucking Goldberg in '96. Like Goldberg got in Stephon Urkel's machine and went back in time. And then Goldberg '96 came out. Like,
Stone Cold was gonna come out the mix. Like we was gonna hear the glass break, and Stone Cold was gonna come out the mix.
Yeah, the Rock just came out with a high top fade, with a high top curl.
The fanny pack.
When Christian came out, look, Christian, I know you probably never hear this, but if you do hear this, Christian, I'm not copping no deuces. You're not one of my favorite wrestlers. You're a great wrestler, Hall of Famer. But no one should ever promote you coming to a company talking about you're your favorite wrestler. That devalues you. He brought everybody, bro. Everyone that WWE let go, he got everybody, dog. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, he bought people that don't be like Bobby Fish wrestled less than 2001.
Isn't that the whole Undisputed Era he bought?
Oh, Roger Strong's on his way. No worries.
But they got Bobby Fish like were they planning on getting everybody from the jump? Because I don't understand why you get Bobby Fish for one person package. Like I don't get that one.
No, they probably talked about it. They probably had like when Diesel and Kevin, Diesel and Razor Ramon was leaving WWE. They probably had like a verbal commit before when they knew their contract was running out.
They had to, because why would you sign Bobby Fish to be Bobby Fish?
Bruh, they signed what the dude name? What was his name? Dog. Rusev. Where Rusev at?
Oh, Miro.
Dog, I told Bammers, look at the pattern. Every WWE dude that they sign, they bring him in, they push him to the moon. About 6-7 months later, that bam on dark.
You're on track.
Elevation.
Dog, they put John Moxley on dark.
Where's Moxley? Exactly. I was just about to say that. Where's Moxley?
That Miro shit sad to me, man. That shit hurt because I was excited for Miro.
No, they put. I love Miro too, but I had to repeat that for everyone that didn't hear me. They put John Moxley on dark.
They should have once he picked that theme music.
Dog, they put that man on dark. I told her, I said, John Moxley ain't sniffing that AEW belt ever again. They might now because they like to capitalize off of bullshit. Like they gave Nyla Rose the belt when she first came because she was transgender. Let's call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't even book her right. She's a beast and barely winning. Shut up.
Yep.
How you gonna call her the beast? The other beast on WWE's Brock. He don't barely lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She coming at Dre. She the beast. She getting beat by Riho.
And need help.
Help.
From Vicky Guerrero. Like,
Oh,
Dog,
shit.
dog, I'm trying to tell you, bro, they got real problems over there. And if they just listen to people, not the fans that go to their shows, because the fans that go to their shows are crazy, bro. That's why I told you I'm not going to none of their shows. That's why you only be seeing like 5 black people, and they all surrounded by security. Westside Gunn was at that joint, he was surrounded by security. T was at that joint, he was surrounded by security. Jade and her family was surrounded by security.
surrounded by security, though, boy.
Anytime you see a black person in that, you don't see no black person in the pits. And like if you go to a WWE show, in the front row, you're gonna see a couple black people that pay their money for the front row ticket. And then and everywhere else in the arena, we might not make TV, but we in there.
Yeah, we in there.
AEW is the same, a little bit the same thing. You just don't see them at all. Because nobody trying to listen, bro. Cody, Young Bucks, I don't know Kenny, but I know those 3 love Trump. That's all you got to say. And Tony Khan is really a rich boy that his dad gave him a blank check and said, hey, bro, I'm about to die soon. Go ahead and spend
Fun.
Yeah, have fun, son. Like he really, I really think Tony Khan didn't have many friends.
And the Jaguars still suck.
Yeah, you don't want to give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to give him something. And he was like, hey, son. And the thing is, his dad even said, I ain't think this wrestling shit was gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
That right there shows you I have no faith in my son. Like what you say, Marshall? He gave Tony Khan a job at the Jaguars to keep tabs on him.
Yeah.
Tony
He was
Khan,
bragging about, I work for the Jaguars. I was in the room on draft day.
Tony Khan is who everybody thought Shane was. And it's Shane. And Shane proved us all that he wasn't that. Every single wrestler in the wrestling community has never said nothing bad about Shane. None of them.
Yeah, they all know Shane.
You know what I'm saying? Shane got the fuck from his dad because he didn't want to be in his dad. When he told his dad, hey, dad, buy UFC, and his dad didn't listen to him, he said, all right, you dummy. I'm going to get the fuck away from the family for a little bit, go do my own shit in Asia, make my own money, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Tony Khan has been around his dad the whole time. His dad was like, look, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be paying for everything else. I pay for your drug habit. I pay for you. Because I don't care what nobody say. That's coke.
Let me check. I'm very open about this.
Y'all can't see me, but he be like this. There's two black and brown people at the top.
It's crazy that I can see the sniff, even though I can't see you.
I don't like it.
I heard it. I heard it.
I don't like
Hey,
this.
hold on, Hollywood. Hold on, Hollywood. What'd you say, Bone?
I was saying, no, trust me. I'm very open about this, but the fact is, like, I was addicted to cocaine for like 3 straight months, right? And got straight off. I'm amazing. I fucking quit cocaine cold turkey because I didn't want to suck dick. That's how the whole story goes. I felt like all right, so I have to tell the story. You can't just say I didn't want to suck dicks, but I tell the story. I was did the cocaine hardcore for like 3 months. Like I was going hard as fuck, niggas. 4 days a week. I was making good money. I was doing good, and I was just doing cocaine. So at one point, I was going home, and I ended up not had to borrow some money for gas. And I was like, you know what? I spend my gas money on coke. It's time to quit because if I don't, nigga, the next thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna start buying crack. And then after you start smoking crack, nigga, you start sucking dick, and I'm not sucking dick. So I quit cold turkey in that moment. And that's literally a real conversation I had with my best friend. If he was live, he would verify. Like I said that shit, and that's what. And I was like, you know what? Not sucking dick is definitely a good reason for me to quit doing coke. So that being said, Tony Khan definitely looks like he be doing coke a lot. And I've been around a lot of cokeheads, nigga. That nigga got them eyes. I'm mistaken. It's some shit you can get away with it from niggas who don't do coke. Like you can make it around some niggas who don't do coke, but niggas who do coke, let's go look at you and know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that nigga got that cokey look. Tony Khan got that cokey look.
Yeah, it's some in the eyes, man. You can just tell.
Dog, you can tell, bro. It's either it's one or two things. Either he's really high off coke, or he's really attracted to his male wrestlers. Because I ain't never seen nobody act like that, bro.
That nigga is on it
Dog,
all the time.
Either he be doing coke, or he wanted to do what Viscera did to Matt Hardy to his wrestlers.
Oh my goodness.
Because, bro,
Oh my goodness.
dog, just in 2 weeks, he has carried AEW into second place. They were already second place. It's a distant second place. He made, put it like this.
Damn shame.
He made black people so mad that when Big E lost, we was like, fuck it.
Could be worse. He like shit. Could be worse, nigga.
Shit.
Dog,
Oh man.
we made
That was our only hope right there.
it was like, fuck it. So, I mean, shit.
We praying Bobby get it back.
Man, like, people tried their hardest to be mad at Vince about that shit, but Tony Khan messed up so bad that it was like, damn. Like, everyone watched day one just because of that, for real. They're not going, no one's going to say, yeah, I watched day one because of Tony Khan. No, they're going to say, they're not even going to admit the real reason why they watched it. They watched it because they wanted to see what WWE's response was, for real. Mm-hmm. And their response was, listen, we're going to show y'all what diversity is. We're going to bring this big white boy in. And we gonna put the strap on him. You know why? Because it's best for business, and we about money. We don't give a damn, and we ain't about to make no statement why he won either. It makes sense.
Yeah, I was just about to say you was like they reply. What they reply? Brock Lesnar.
Oh no, they did some petty shit though. Cause like right after Tony Khan tweeted, they was like two of the best wrestlers. They tweeted about Sasha and Bianca right after.
For no reason. For no apparent reason.
For no reason.
It was like still the highlight or whatever, right?
They was just like, look at what we did.
What it is like this, bro. You can't, it's reality, bro. You can't come in and expect to compete with the company that's been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. I don't care if you bring in CM Punk. I don't care if you bring on The Undertaker from 92. I don't care if you bring in Hogan.
You get a time machine, go back and get the Ultimate Warrior.
Bruh, WWE so petty that Eric Bischoff has been on AEW. Now we know how petty Vince is.
I know where you're going with this too.
Once Eric Bischoff went on AEW, Vince was like, fuck that guy. Soon as AEW started talking shit, and when Eric Bischoff started talking shit about Tony Khan, they said, who should officiate Miz's wedding? I know a guy. Call Eric.
It's out the blue. I'm back.
It's not that we look better than ever. It's not that us people that like WWE or just like wrestling that we defend WWE. It's that you can't out petty the man that doesn't care. The man got on TV and had a Kiss My Ass Club. And then the Kiss My Ass Club ended with him kissing someone else's ass. You can't beat that. Unless Tony Khan coming out there and getting his ass whooped. Shut up.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, bro.
He already said it. I'm not a wrestler. I don't take bumps. I'm not doing none of that. He already put that out there.
But he also said he was going to stay in the background too, and he tweet like he damn.
That nigga in the foreground.
Yeah, he tweet like he damn. Can you imagine Phil Knight if I said, man, I hate these phone posits? You think Phil Knight gonna tweet something?
Nope.
You know what I mean? How many athletes have been on Nike and then left Nike? Steph Curry. Steph Curry was on Nike. He went and told the story about why he left Nike. You ain't seen Nike come out with, well, he wasn't good enough.
Nike ain't saying shit. Don't give
His
no
three
fuck
started
either.
slacking.
Why?
He couldn't shoot threes.
That goes straight hurt me.
I hope Big Swole rebounds from this. I think as a group for Four Corners, we are going to go see Big Swole when she come here, right? Still doing that, right?
Oh yeah, that's next month.
Yeah, that's next month. So we still gonna support her. Again,
I hope
man.
you change his name.
Huh?
I hope you change his name. I'll never not be bothered by that.
You just need to change the name from Big Swole because you're not swole. Like, that's funny.
Like, I don't. I was very upset when I finally saw him the first time. It's always stuck with me. It's always going through.
Like, who this little ass chick? That ain't big. That's
But,
like
but
one
where's
of those
Big
where it's
Swole
like-
at though?
I do
That's
think
like
her
you see
gimmick.
Tiny, and then you see a big ass dude, but that big ass dude named Tiny. So I guess it's like one of those joints.
Well, I do think
She's
that
just strong for a little ass chick.
Yeah, her name hurts. Her name hurts her. Her name hurts her. It hurts her because when you see her, you're like, wait, what? But her personality is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you follow her on Twitter, she's very funny. She's very, you know what I'm saying, charismatic. Like Bonez said, Black people are charismatic. She just got it. She has something, but the name, you know what I'm saying, like she would have been better off as Red Velvet. Not really, but you know.
No, I don't
I'm
know.
not heard it. Because of somebody named Red Velvet, I'm not expecting them to literally be red or velvet.
Right.
That's true. And she could always dye her hair.
Yeah, you can do anything, but you being swole, I expect you to be swole.
You gotta be swole, yeah.
But again, that's the opposite. That's why I keep saying AEW is not for us, because they don't think like that. They're laughing at us because we think that. In their mind, they're like, shouldn't you get it? Her name's Big Swole. Oh, she's not big or swole. Like they like that type of shit. Like Orange Cassidy, the fact that they pushed this motherfucker so hard,
Right.
they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I'm gonna contradict everything that we said. We all said that we go with the money. I'm not going with Orange Cassidy. He's money. I know he.
Now I'm fucking with Orange Cassidy at this point.
Yeah, like he's money though.
We can find disagree on something. I'm going with Orange Cassidy.
You like
Not
Orange
how he was originally. Not how he was originally. That shit was too much. But like they didn't tone it down enough to where now it works for me.
I like Orange Cassidy when he first came, when I didn't know what the hell that shit was. It was funny. It was entertaining. He should never, ever fight for a heavyweight championship belt.
Never. I agree with that.
I'm not looking at no damn what they call them shit? What they call this what they call this kick, the sleepy kick or whatever the hell they call it? Not the super kick. They don't call it the super kick.
You talking about the shit where he's like kicking your shin?
Yeah, and then he goes back like he about to give you a super kick. Then he kicks you real softly. I forgot what the hell they call it. They call it like the sleepy kick or some shit like that. Nah, bro.
Yeah, but see, early on they were selling that shit.
Right. Now it's like,
Now you're like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
I got a question for you, Marshall.
Hmm.
Should Hangman still be the champion?
For business or for my personal
Both.
for that crowd and business, yeah. My personal beliefs, no.
Why?
Because how you gonna go that long with Daniel Bryanson and then you still be the champ?
He beat him yesterday, though. He beat Daniel Bryan yesterday.
He did. How long did it go?
30-something minutes.
So what he was saying in that promo, if I had a little bit more time, they followed through with it. They went with that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, for that company, it worked. It got a big pop, right?
Yeah.
You think would have got a bigger pop if Daniel would have won?
It would have got a fucking bigger pop if it was on a pay-per-view.
The first match should have been on a pay-per-view. Like, I don't even know why they wasted the TV time on any of these segments. Like, Daniel Bryan, to me, is money.
I think Heyman has too many matches on TV as is.
You said what?
Like Heyman already has too many TV matches. Chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
I
Take
think
advantage of y'all setup and like fucking have your champion barely ever fight.
he fight more than the TNA championship.
Really?
Yeah, that's the belt he should be having. Now, I kind of feel similar to you, Marshall. I'm reversed. I don't think it's best for their business. I just don't. I think that you wasting Daniel Bryan. What's the story you gonna tell with him now? He beat everybody else, but he can't beat Hangman.
Right.
Or Kenny Omega. So he's not the best in the world.
Like this is stories out there. Like in reality, Bryan Daniels is the best wrestler on AEW.
That's my point. That's my point.
Mm-hmm. That's why he should be champion.
Yeah, I'm
like
with
the
y'all.
best wrestler on the program should be champion.
I don't think
he has the mic skills.
That's what I mean about Tony Khan. Going back to Tony Khan, that's why I don't think that he should be running shit. Because go ahead.
They're still trying to protect their title though. So they don't want to like take it right off the thing, man.
Now they're trying to protect him.
I mean, I feel like they can because all the other champions held for a long time. Like take it right off. That's cool. And let Hangman get drunk, real drunk, and then be depressed or something. That'd be like, I don't know. I'm not a booker, but I'm saying there's got to be a way to do it. But I feel like the reason they want it because they want to really protect the title by making it stay on people for long.
I think
they have a problem with putting a belt on an ex-WWE guy. I really think he has a problem with that.
No,
because
he put it on the first two people they had it was WWE guys.
But they can't whip them in the beginning.
True.
Ain't nobody that signed with them since they started held a belt. Like you said, they go there, they get a little bit of shine, then they go to dark.
True. I think
Mox was there in the beginning.
Who?
Mox. He was there in the beginning.
Yeah, he was.
He signed later.
No, he signed first day.
He signed at the beginning because they released him. At the point they released him, he was like promoting that joint for like a month, almost 2 months before he showed up at AEW.
Yeah,
he showed up like a month after they premiered.
Yeah,
he was on the first show. Yeah, he was on the first show.
He was on the first show. He been there since day one.
I guess I'm thinking about all the motion shit he was doing.
Yeah,
he ain't smelled the title since.
Nah,
since he had the belt in the beginning, he ain't smelled it since.
He wasn't there when they did the press conference, but when they actually got the show, when they first did their first pay-per-view and stuff like that, I think it was the first pay-per-view. It wasn't All In. It was All In.
He was All In, yeah.
He was there for that. Yeah, he was there for that. So
he was under the no compete clause when they had the press conference. So he couldn't be there.
At the press conference, he still was in WWE.
He was?
Yeah, he didn't have
that when his contract was winding down?
He didn't have a no compete clause. He didn't have a no compete clause. He went the first day, he was gone. Yeah, his shit was he was in the Shield. He was the made man. He doesn't Seth, Roman, those types of dudes, they got different clauses in their contract. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm pretty sure Roman at this point, you know what I'm saying, might have something like he can't just leave when he wants. But I'm sure if when he leaves, Roman Reigns is popping up somewhere else. He ain't, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's something totally different. But what I think they should have did, Tony Khan, like I said, they booked ahead of time. So the plan was to give the belt to Hangman. Period. That was the plan. Hangman was gonna be the next champion of AEW. He should have did an audible. He should have gave it to Daniel Bryan first. Hangman winning it from Daniel Bryan means more than Hangman winning it from fucking Kenny Omega. And if you knew Kenny Omega was going to leave anyway, then why'd you have Daniel Bryan have a feud with him?
Right. Like I said, you got a problem with putting the belt on old WWE guys. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be a minute before we see. I mean, the belt that Rusev had, what was that, like a TNT joint?
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on, what kind of belt? That's like Intercontinental or United States belt or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Who you
It's not
think
going to hold that much merit.
Bryan.
I think you're right, Mark, because off rip, the way this nigga reacts to the way people talk about him, it seems like if he would have seen people keep saying this shit about his first 2 champions being WWE guys, that he'll be like, no, I don't want to do this shit again because I don't want people to say that about me.
He definitely probably, like, that's not something I would rule out either. But I do think he got something against him. But I don't even think he got something against them. Like you said, I think he just don't like. He's a Twitter person, bro. This dude is worth billions of dollars, and he's on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
The last person
that care about what people think about him, and I don't think he has anything personal against the wrestlers. I think it's more so of a stepchild. You know what I'm saying? He loves all his kids, but you love your real kids more than you love your stepchildren. You dig what I'm saying? And he just looks at the WWE stars that's coming over as his stepkids.
He keep buying all of them.
That's basically what I think. Quavo, you been quiet over there, man. You got anything you want to add to this, man?
No, I'm just enjoying. I'm like running out of popcorn here. This is good.
my man. Well, shoot, we gonna move.
Fan, so he probably wanted to defend Tony Khan.
Nah, I done seen his jittery eyes too many times. I don't trust it.
Who's better, Quavo, Dixie Carter or Tony Khan?
That's a stretch, bro. They're both horribly bad.
Dixie Carter
I Dixie maybe because we got AJ Styles out of it.
So I said, who's better? I mean, who's worse?
Oh, who's worse? Oh, there's different levels because Dixie can't fuck up anymore, and Tony can definitely fuck up more than he has so far.
That ain't a media question for you, boy. I tell you
what. Right. He's media trained like a motherfucker. I'm about to say Dixie Carter went through a table, bro.
Yeah, we put Bubba Ray put it through the table, one.
He always put some woman through a table.
Mae Young.
Stephanie, he puts every woman, in about 10 years, the woke culture is going to be so woke that everything that we be watching right now, we better get to it now because this shit gonna all be deleted. I'm telling
you. Oh man. Well, check it out, man. We done went past our time. But check out, before we go, we want to send a big get well, Ray Phoenix. Goodness gracious. Get well breaking that arm, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like Ray Phoenix, great competitor. But we definitely don't want to see nobody get hurt like that. You know what I mean? So Hollywood, tell the people where they can find you at, man. We have fun today, fellas. I all have fun today.
All right.
Yeah, man, it was good. It was good.
My man. Hollywood, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
You can find me at Mike T304 on Twitter. Michael Turner on Facebook, M Turner 304 Instagram, all the 613 Faye pages. You already know what it is, man. That ain't me on it. So you get cursed out, let me know. I'll fire whoever cursed you out.
My man. Quavo, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
Oh, you can holler at your boy Quavo at Jose Quavo 8 on all platforms. That's IG, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We got Tumblr now, yo. Yeah. And Pinterest.
Yeah. My man. Bonez from the bWo, man. Tell the people where they can find you at, brother.
Man, it's gonna be at Beast Mode Bonez. Beast Mode one word, Bonez is another. Bonez with a Z, look between the B and the Z, I'm the one. Come holler at me, bWo. Find us on Facebook. Also, there's the Elbow Drop Podcast. Find us everywhere we find podcasts at.
There you go. There you go. Hey, man, we appreciate you joining us today in the four corners of wrestling. You know what I mean? Here on the 613 Faye production here on YouTube. And you say you bring your boys back with you. Know we heard. So when you come back, you know what I'm saying? Bring your crew. You already see what it is when we come here. We're going to have a good old time. You know what I mean? Royal Rumble style, baby.
He coming.
All right.
Yeah, of course,
Hey,
y'all.
when
We'll
they
have some
come,
of y'all
can
over
you
too.
guys share the Wi-Fi password?
Elbow drop.
I got to take off.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Soul Man, and you can find me on Instagram, Soul Man Simmons, Mr. Soul on Twitter at Soulboy1521. And as we say here at the 613 Faye Production, Four Corners of Wrestling, Four Corners Wrestling. Leave this shit to the professionals. Don't try it at home. And we out.
Shut the fuck up.